games to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. Weak soap game, had a game so. It's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the mind state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Till it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste. You ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus a mule and 8 acres. A lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac knees, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac knees.
Break the work down, it's fence to move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence to move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, I fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dumping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, I beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tab, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supply. Random Uber man, here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the...
You ready, Jim?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every
my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. It's all a hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, 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 money.
Called out here for a pill. When he tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, fantasy football hustler, back at ya. Wake and bake. What's everybody smoking on out there? Let's smoke it up.
All right, fire 'em up!
Let me hear that song.
Baby.
Bum, 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 bum.
All right. Derek, salute. Dion, what up, homie? Hollywood in the house. What up? We got our man Hollywood Cole. What is that? Oh, yeah. Did you see the new Exorcist yet, Derek? Okay, so it was pretty good. And what up, Crispy? Let's smoke it up. And Gully Man, he said, song. Oh man, we gotta wait for Bogard to get out here. I know he'll be here. In a few. Those are his tracks. I don't know exactly what they're called. I forget the names. What up, Triple X Lex? Show me the money.
Show me the money.
High upside, low risk. And I said, I got a tough one here. Which tight end would you rather do for Kelsey's week 10 bye? Kincaid versus Denver. Laporta versus the Chargers. Leaning Kincaid as of right now. And Gully Man, you must be a full-time DJ or something. Then transitions were smooth. No, not a full-time DJ, but that's the editing, the power of editing put into the intro. Quincy said, salute to you, big homie. Salute, bro. All right, here we go. First bowl of the day. Strange Haze, number 8 by Shreen. Let's get it. Very tasty. Very tasty. All right. What's everybody smoking on out there? Strange Haze number 8 for me for this first bowl. First one of the day. Always get you. And I know Bogey will be here soon. Maybe one of the kiddos woke up right when he was about to hop on. What up, Terrell? He said smoking on that Kincaid. All right. Kincaid killed it last night. What was his final stat line? 5 for 65. I mean, really, it's the touchdown. 5 for 65 is good for a tight end, but what, Crispy? I almost grabbed it. What you watching in 3D? Try to grab it, Crispy. Try to grab it. Is that what you're talking about, you high ass? And Gully Man said, hoping Joe Burrow have a big game. Yeah, aren't we all, man? And San Fran, I hope this isn't their get back game, their get right game. They are at home. But yeah, we're hoping Joe Burrow does something very similar to Kirk Cousins. Throw up that tree fitty. Because I need about tree fitty. That'd be a good drop. Need to get the tree fitty drop. All right. You guys, get ready. We've mentioned it a few times, but end of November, if you're able to get to Vegas, end of November, like the week after Thanksgiving, I think it's the 26th. I think it's the 28th, 29th, 30th, and the 1st. I think those are the days that it's going down. Man, MJ Biz Conference is going to be a dope-ass cannabis event going on in Vegas. And we're going to be doing things at the Jerome Baker Designs headquarters. It's going to be hella dope. Going to be hella dope. All right. And for those who are following the movie podcast, or our movie review podcast, the Silver Screen Breakdowns, we are breaking down Halloween edition tonight, and we are breaking down Scream number 1, the original. We're taking it all the way back.
What we're going to do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Scream 1. I wonder if this, I mean, it's got to be everybody's favorite for anybody who likes Scream. I really don't think that any of the Screams were bad. Number 1 just takes the cake on being like original. And it's crazy that Drew Barrymore's kill in the first one might be the notorious kill in the entire series still. It was just that notorious. And man, they did so many hat tips to other movies in that one as well. I mean, shit, it was like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like, man, they threw so much shit from those movies in there, little nods and hat tips. Woo! Oh man, that was a good one. All right, let's see. Didn't really have anything planned for this morning. A lot of these morning shows we don't. So me and Bogey just going back and forth talking about different things. And he should be here soon. What's everybody up to today? It's Friday. Get high day.
I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm going to get you high today. Because it's Friday. You ain't got no job. And you ain't got shit to do. Man, ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed. Weed is from the earth. God put this here for me and you. Take advantage, man.
Take advantage, man. Let's get it. Now, let's see. What do we got here on the docket? I know our man Minnesota Marty. He's working on another Jeopardy. He's working on another Jeopardy trivia show for us. We're planning on having that done. Hopefully, he gets it done by next week, and then would be a triumphant return of the Playmakers. The triumphant return of the playmakers. And Noble is almost done with baseball. I know he's got one. He's got one more game on November 2nd. That's a Thursday. And I think they said that his team already made the playoffs because I think it goes by most runs or something like that. So that I have no idea when the hell those games are going to be. All these other ones are scheduled, and I knew what to expect. Not sure what to expect about these damn playoff games. Let's see. Let's pull up some fantasy stats here. Charter in the house. What up, bro? Let me pull up some players here. I want to look at guys over the last 4 weeks. Let's see. Oh, man. Yeah, Josh Allen. He kind of skewed this a little bit. Big 30-point game yesterday. But, yeah, over the last 4 weeks, it'd been Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. That's crazy. And then we start getting amongst people who you might not even think we're supposed to be there. And hey, there goes Bogey in the house.
What's happening? Right on time.
Yeah. And so I just pulled up. I'm pulling up some week 4 or 4 week totals. Just to see who's been killing it over 4 weeks. Got QB the last 4 weeks. Hurts, Josh Allen, and that's without counting this past game.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Those are the guys who are had a little head and shoulders over the next guys.
And that was the past 4 weeks or the first 4?
Last 4.
Yeah, because I was about to say Lamar didn't really start coming on until the last 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's right up there at the top.
Mm-hmm.
You might be surprised by these next 2 names that are there, or next 3 names.
I'm barely ever surprised, bro.
The Wolf is next.
Come on.
Goffle right after him.
Come on.
And the Brock.
That one still surprised me because I felt like he mad tapered off the last 2 weeks. I'm surprised he's still up there.
Yeah, 70 total over the last 4 weeks. What up, Corbin?
What up, Corbin?
Let's see. What about the running backs?
Man, rest in peace to my auntie, bro. Today's her funeral. I can't make it. I know my pops and them is going out to the Bay. She was she was battling some shit for the last few years. So, it's one of those ones where you're actually happy. When they say, "Oh, well, she's in a better place now." It's one of those ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sucks. When I'm in there, I saw pictures. Of her before. I remember her from before, and I saw pictures of her on the way out. But it looked like
it's tough when you get. It's tough when you get old. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What up, Clock? He says he's been sick the last few days. You doing all right, bro?
Yeah, get better, my guy. Shout out to our guy Clock. So it's funny because Steve with Clock, you never know what to expect. He'd be like, "Guys, I've been sick for the last couple of days. Sick of whooping everyone up in fantasy." You never know. But if he's actually sick, man, hopefully you get better.
And Charter said, "Sorry for your loss, Bogey." Said at least she's not suffering anymore.
Yeah, man, that's it's crazy because she only came to America probably I don't know, 10 years ago.
Oh shit.
And she was like divorced from, back home. And then she got married again to like and me, I can't help but like the Batman in me. Cause like this dude, he's a widow. And it's an older white dude.
Oh yeah, I think you told me.
And they got married, all the shit already. And like it's crazy because the way his past wife died was kind of like the similar. Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, it was obviously some type of terminal illness, but like also like
are you saying it's like on Adam's Family Values where he's like
I don't know if my aunt got money like that, you know what I mean? I mean, like I think he was the one that had the money actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from his last marriage even. That's where it's like, you know what I mean?
Damn. All right, who wants to do trivia? All right, here's what we're gonna do. We got 5 RBs here that are averaging over 15 points a game for the last 4 weeks.
What?
Let's name those 5. Go ahead, chat. Go ahead, chat. Throw it in there.
Okay, give me the question again.
So over the last 4 weeks, 5 running backs have eclipsed 15 points per game. Only 5, like on average for the 4 weeks.
CMC.
Yeah.
Ken Walker.
Nope.
Oh. Alvin Kamara.
Charter got Pacheco.
Yep, I was getting him Pacheco's, man.
And no to your other 3. Charter also said Walker, Swift, Saquon. Nope. So there's 2 more. So you guys have got CMC, Kamara, and Pacheco. Gully Man said ETN. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. There you go. Forgot about good old ETN.
ETN and CMC are the top 2 over the last 4 weeks at RB. 1 more. This one might be a little tough because I don't think anybody would really be expecting him to be
15
here.
15 points. Oh, Kyren. Oh, 4 weeks. Fucking anyway. Mostard.
And Kyren hella close for not even playing. The last week or whatever.
Okay, obviously no HN. Running back.
No Mostert. And Shannon, Kamara, and CMC. Yep, they've been they're on the list of the. So there's 1 remaining: CMC, Travis Etienne, Alvin Kamara, Isaiah Pacheco. We've already checked off the list. It's the question.
Brees Hall.
The question is: over the last 4 weeks, what 5 running backs have averaged 15 points per game? Oh shit, Gully Man with the guess of Zach Moss. That is who it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zach Moss a long time ago, bro, but I didn't know if he had the last 4 weeks at double digit. I know like 2 out of the 4 for sure.
Well, see, like that's it. Was just average, right?
Oh, my bad. Okay, we're talking about average.
Yeah, the 30.
He said at least 15 or more, but then I might have missed the average part. I guess.
So the 32-point game propelled him. That's what helped him even sneak in there over the last.
I don't know if you said average.
I know I did.
Okay,
I know I did. Maybe one of the 3 or 4 times.
Have selective hearing.
But yeah, there it goes. Christian McCaffrey, Travis Etienne, Alvin Kamara, Zach Moss, Isaiah Pacheco. I could have said who are the top 5 scoring RBs over the last 4 weeks. That's another way it could have been worded.
I still would have said Ken Walker and been wrong.
Yeah, so Zach Moss, because of his 32-point game, I mean, that's more than half his points over the last 4 weeks came in that 1 game. All right, let's check out the wide receivers. What up, Albert?
What up, Bert?
All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the top 5 wide receivers all have at least 69 points or more over the last 4 weeks.
69, dudes!
Adam Thielen. For real?
Just missed. He also had a bye in the last 4 weeks.
That makes sense.
Because, yeah, on points per game, he would definitely be up there.
St. Brown. Bing. What?
Nope. So, St. Brown.
What's the question again? He had 69 points.
It's who are the top scoring 5 wide receivers over the last 4 weeks. I just threw in that they all have 69 points or more.
Chase.
Very close. He was like 6.
Diggs.
Oh, and you know what? I shouldn't have even put Diggs in there. I was forgetting about this one. Because what did he end up getting? 11 points. Okay, either way, Diggs would have been in this. Whether he had 96 points or 85 points, didn't matter. He would still be amongst this list of the top 5.
Okay, well, I'm about to be amongst the get high 5 right now. I am top 5 high right now.
Gully Man said DJ Moore. Yes, sir. 90 points over the last 4 weeks. Shanahan said Hill. Yes, sir. Crispy said Puka. Yes, sir. Puka is the one with 69 points.
69, dudes.
And our man Zoo Crew said AJ Brown.
Yep.
AJ Brown's been on a tear. There we go. Top 5. This is the order. If we take out Diggs's game yesterday over the last 4 weeks, AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Diggs, Hill, Puka, and then Chase and Thielen and Jordan Addison, Amon-Ra, and Christian Kirk are the next.
Moore's being held up by 2 out of those 4 weeks.
I mean, shit. One of those weeks he had 45. So I mean, really, that's like that one. Then another one he had 23 points. And those are like come 2 weeks from now, his average might not be so good over those 4 weeks if he doesn't step it up over these next 2 games.
There's a guy. He has Patrick Mahomes and CJ Stroud in the East Side League, 14 teams, full IDPs. But he decides to take Dallas Goedert and CJ Stroud and bring back Justin Fields and Njoku. See, this is what I don't get. And the guy who had Mahomes and Stroud, he's the top 6 guy right now. He's like 5-2. And I'm like, and then he doesn't have a third QB. I just don't get the logic of people. And he said, well, Justin Fields is a first round draft capital. I said, bro, we're going into week 8. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. This guy behind his back too, I call him a 5th-year sophomore because the first year I joined the league was his second year. So they all called him the sophomore. And I call him the 5th-year sophomore because that's some sophomore moves right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There are some people who I know because I've done it in leagues too where like I'm not saying your trade offers are bad, but I'm saying like if the trade offers are so bad, it just like sours me towards trading if like my team's like real shitty.
Yeah.
I'll just like die with pride, you know. But a lot of times I'm trying to do what everyone should be, what I did in the Guru Nation League where I traded, you know, Diggs, my best player, for 3 players. Ended up doing it on the right game because he didn't have a good game.
You know what? You know why I like what you did is because you told everyone this is the criteria that they had to meet in order to get Diggs off you, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm always gonna assume people aren't stupid as fuck.
Right.
So when I send them shit and they get all upset, I'm like, this is what that is worth, bro.
Yeah.
But if I was to fucking announce it, then, you know, I'd probably get those complaints without even getting the trade sent. You know what I mean? Like, it's just funny because some people just won't trade at all. And some people just need the criteria. Oh, that's all it costs? Okay. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to sit there scratching their head like, you know what? Let me ask Huss and Bogey. So I'm trying to make this trade. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I'm not making fun of people. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, you should be able to internalize what a player is worth. Like those top 5 players that we name right now at receiver, which one of those do you think that isn't like the usual suspect?
DJ Moore,
right? So if I'm at this point of the year, week 8, I'm flipping DJ Moore if I don't feel like he could stay there in that top 5. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, if I was
it
in a
could
tough
be
spot here.
it could be a bad matchup to trade him before because maybe he actually does good, and if he does good, he brings you more value with the trade next week.
His name is Teabags.
What if
him the ball?
What if he flops and then it goes the opposite way, and then you can't, move him for what you could move him for this week?
Exactly.
Like that's a possibility as well.
I mean,
yeah.
And you know what's crazy too is
what up, Tino?
What up, birthday twin? Top of the morning. His
Ooh,
brother-in-law.
Real quick, Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed officially cleared concussion protocol, and they'll be playing on Sunday.
Yep. Shout out to my man, Commissioner Steven. That's Tino's brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
He rules with an iron fist. I think,
and he's consistent with that, right?
Yeah, if there's banter going on, he'll let it go. But if it gets out of line, he gets in there and shuts it down right away. Checks everyone, right?
Like if it starts getting personal or just
yeah. Hey, guys, shake your dicks off. You know what I mean? He'll get in there and dead it. You know what I mean? He's good at that. But he enforces all the league rules. Like, for example, mandatory, you have to be in the league chat, like the text thread. You can silence it on your end, but you have to be in it. That's one of the rules. The other rules, 9.
Because there should be no complaining if something gets said in that
exactly.
thread.
Because that's also how you communicate. This is a Yahoo league, so no one uses that chat. So if you wanted to communicate something like, hey, Commissioner, I accidentally dropped my kicker. I want to pick him back up. You put it in the chat and Commissioner, okay, boom, boom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, let me go help my daughter real quick. We have a rule, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. is text hours. And my new favorite thing is, right, because I'll let the chat pile up and then I'll read it. And so there's these two guys, they've been making trades a lot. And so everyone's making fun of them like they're dating or something. Like, hey man, you guys should just go out to dinner and this and that. And so my new favorite thing is talking some kind of shit and then going, oh shit, wrong text thread. Right? So I'm like, hey bro, there is nothing wrong with two dudes going out for dinner. All right, bro, it's just platonic. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh shit, wrong text thread. Right? But it was 7 this morning, and then right away, Commissioner comes in. Hey, bro, fucking text hours. Enforces the text hours.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is because it's a run-on joke because there's this other guy, Adam, the guy that was 2-turn. Yeah, I'll do it right now. The guy that was 2-turn, right? He, a lot of these comments that a lot of times we do that, we're kind of throwing little sublims at him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really pick it up. So he texts me, hey, bro. He texts me directly. Hey, bro, who the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about dudes going out to dinner for, bro? What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, this guy never gets it, man.
And Kidda said, speaking of Diggs, what do you want for him in the Dynasty 20? Not going to lie. It's going to be a bunch that I want for him. So trying to get 2 firsts, 1 second, and then maybe some random wide receiver or random running back at the bottom of the list, or potentially just those picks, or maybe that plus a 6th or a 7th somewhere along the way instead of bottom of the barrel wide receiver. But that's along the lines of what I'm looking for him. And Charles, I just realized the trade I accepted of giving Puka and James Cook and Tua and Swift, I got fleeced because of Puka. I mean, Puka's the man. Puka is the man. Shannon said, I've been trying to get JJ, but the guy wants Waddle, Adams, Kamara, and Henderson. Yeah, and seeing that's that's to be expected. Not everyone is going to be able to trade for JJ just because. I mean, if I had JJ, which I do in some of these, I think 1 or 2 of the vampire leagues. I'm 5-2 or whatever in one of these vampire leagues. And I hadn't even been contemplating, multiple people have wanted Jefferson. I haven't even been contemplating it because, I want to have him when he comes back. And my team's not bad enough to where I need to sell him off. So that's really what it is. If a team has JJ and their team's not doing so hot, might be able to get him. If their team is solid and they're in the mix, might cost more. Tino, my brother, Steve runs our league like Napoleon Bonaparte. And Charter, you ain't lying. Group text can be better than some TV shows and reality shows. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Tino say needs Henry in Dallas. So they did say 2 days ago that there was 2 AFC suitors and 1 NFC suitor. I think the Cowboys are the NFC suitor. What up, Jay? He said, what do you think about giving up Kittle and Warren for Pitts and Mostert? I just don't like it. Like, I really don't like doing tight end running back for tight end running back. Like, it's too much of a lateral trade. And yeah, I think I would hold, and I think I would readjust this and try to figure out, like, what am I trying to improve on my team? And like, then go from there. Because like, this improves 1 running back spot, but then you downgrade your, and I don't even know how much of a downgrade it is, but you know, you're downgrading your tight end. And Gully Man said, I should be 6-1 right now, but I'm 5-2 because of the Bijan bullshit. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't know, man. How do you guarantee that Bijan was going to secure you that dub? Unless you lost by like 1 point, and because I'm pretty sure he could have got you that. But
and Shannon said that's just that's just it. The JJ owner has won 1 game. I mean, being 1-6, there's a lot of people who've already given up when they get to that point. So
yeah, I hate those people.
Yeah, that's understandable as well. I mean, that league that I talked about making a trade with Peacock, I was 2-5. So it's like my last ditch effort to try to make a move to stay alive.
Yeah, because like theoretically you can get in at 7-7. So if you put yourself in that mindset from the beginning, you just try to, scave. Is that the word? Scave off?
Yeah.
Is that the word? Is that a word? I'm making words up. Sounds kind of good, right? Scave off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay said trying to improve the RBs, but I have Hawkinson at tight end. Okay, well, here you go. So see, like with that context, give up George Kittle. No reason of bringing back Pitts, though. Like, fuck Pitts. Like, just, you got to
get more skill pieces.
Yeah, get a better running back. Like, trade Kittle and Warren for a better running back than Mostert. Like, just jump higher up that, up the totem.
But I'm okay if it's Kittle and the other piece. I'm okay taking Mostert. I'm not giving him Hawkinson to do that, though.
No. He said Kittle and Warren for Pitts and Mostert was the trade that he said.
Yeah, get Mostert and another running back. You know what I mean? You have a tight end already. Like,
yeah. But there you go. Fuck being the tight end back. That's evening up the trade too much. And that other tight end is just a bench player for you anyways. Figure out how to trade Kittle and Warren and get one really good starter or like 2 decent flexes.
Unless you're willing, unless like he's planning to do more work. He has 2 tight ends again, right? He's like, all right, now I shop Kittle. Right. But I'm saying though, you shop Kittle now because he's the guy that has 0 appeal out of the 2 tight ends he has. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, someone will want Hawkinson, but you should want Hawkinson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kittle being a tight end in a shitty tight end landscape doesn't matter if he's been doing good or not. He's still gonna have appeal here.
Gully Maine. He said I lost by less than 10 points. He said had James Cook on the bench. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, anybody on the bench over Bijan like this week.
Yeah, okay. I can dig that. But then, like, you should fuck with us because James Cook was definitely a play against New England last week. Running backs are always in play against New England.
Yeah. Charter said, what 2 RBs should I go after? Thielen. Some RBs are Walker, Pacheco. Walker, Pacheco, Eckler, Swift, Kyren, A-Chain, Henderson, D-Rob.
Walker, Pacheco, Eckler, Swift. I think he's in good shape there.
Well, he's saying what running back should he use to go after Thielen? Now he wants to go specifically try to target Thielen.
Eckler. Maybe you'll get Thielen plus, maybe Eckler plus a soft piece. Eckler's a name brand right now. I'm trying to move, bro. I don't like the way, you know what I mean? And unless you want to wait for shit, you could run the risk of waiting till after Chicago game because, like, theoretically, should have a good Austin Powers game here. You know, he should get his mojo back.
Yeah.
But what if he doesn't?
Yeah. What up, Gary? What up, Buffet Boy?
What up, Gary?
When's the next time you're coming to Vegas, Gary? Yeah, I know Gary wants to start doing content.
Cool.
and stuff like that. And
he's the one that he requested the what was it, the whiskey?
Yeah.
He's
the one with the Macho Man tattoo.
Yeah, total badass, man. You gotta watch the guy that has the Macho Man tattoo. Gary.
That's how we knew Gary was hella hardcore. The Macho Man tattoo. Hell yeah.
That's I can't top that.
That's pretty badass. Pretty badass.
Backpack full of Slim Jims, huh? That's what was in his backpack, huh?
I wouldn't see like that, man. Gary, now you know what you got to do next year. You got to have the Slim Jims. Like,
oh, there it is. There's a comic book. Okay, so it's this guy named Gary, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
I got to go do something real quick.
Yeah,
hold it down for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I actually got I was about to walk my daughter out in a sec, but but I'll curve it as long as I can.
And throw a song on if you can.
Okay, yeah, I can do that too. Okay, so, okay, so look, here's my comic book idea. This is a guy named Gary, right? And he's from a small town. This small town, though, is riddled with crime. You know what I mean? And Gary, he's a gigantic, die-hard Macho Man fan. Macho Man dies, right? And then Gary takes all his savings, and on eBay he buys like this Macho Man rag, like an official rag, like worn by him or something like that from some other super fan, right? Little does he know it's possessed by the spirit of Macho Man himself. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't get activated till he showed his true fandom when he got Macho Man tatted on him, right? And then every time he snaps into a Slim Jim, he just morphs into him. You know what I mean? And the Macho Man, he whoops everybody up, bro. And then all over the world, all over the city, they're saying, hey, there's Macho Man sign. He's like, Macho Man's dead, bro. No, he's not. He's alive in Gary. Peacock, start the storyboard. Get the illustrations down. We can get some concept art going. We're gonna call it the Mach. Nah, shit, hold on. I gotta get this work. My bad, y'all. I got to arrange something on this phone call real quick, but I'll play some jams up.
I see you, I'm a sharpshooter. I'll do ya. Hit you with the signature maneuver. Point blank, yeah. Harpoon, yeah. Trying to get in the way of my future. I'm a sharpshooter. I'll do ya. Hit you with the signature maneuver. Point blank, yeah. Harpoon, yeah. Trying to get in the way of my future. Sound on the beat, make the cipher complete. Trifecta like an oven, always bringing the heat. I'ma keep it 100 every day in the streets. Dope walks, tight beats, always unique. Flows exclusive, explosive. Loaded like a nigga off the fifth. Your boy sick with more O's than you know exist. When you need a hit, who you go and get? Bet against us, Not your bet. I'm a young vet. Stunting in a 2023 Corvette with a vest out west. Never born stressed. Only top shelf, top tier. I'm a sharpshooter. I'll do ya. Hit you with the signature maneuver. Point blank, yeah. Harpoon ya. Trying to get in the way of my future. I'm a sharpshooter. I'll do ya. Hit you with the signature maneuver. Point blank, yeah. Harpoon ya. Trying to get in the way of my future. Sharpshooters push a line, mark rulers, stay retention hard, looters, bars, Luther Vandross, Lex Luthor, head gash, add sutures, smash gas into the future. Outlast the present creatures. I'm a fountain with a feature, climb up mountains, see the clear view. I pound papers with some statements past the rear view. Administer a dose of this spew, some of that new, only capable of doing what they can't do. Diagnosis, a diagonal error here, pierce through your whole crew. Swift with this cold brew, the beat controls moves, put you in your place, hold you down with more grooves. Take you to school, textbook open, we can't lose. Sharpshooter, I'll do ya. Hit you with the signature maneuver. Point blank, yeah. Harpoon ya. Trying to get in the way of my future. Sharpshooter, I'll do ya. Hit you with the signature maneuver. Point blank, yeah. Harpoon ya. Trying to get in the way of my future. I'm married to the game. No groom blood. True to the game, how they groomed us. Clean sweep, we done broomed ya. Can't be broke as a joke, got no sense of humor. I'm from the dungeons, it's too hard. Stay with sharpshooters on the rooftop. Came a long way from bands in the shoebox. Where I'm from, we all get money like who's not. You know what I'm saying? This juggernaut. We get money like who's not. In my pocket, hella knots. You know what I'm saying? And we going digital with it these days. You know what I mean? Crypto, you know what I'm saying? Hey, gold doubloons, you know, all this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't in the way of my future, I'll do you. Coke dealers, Mo Skrilla, coke killers, we ain't got no fillers. In my city, we no factors, we no killers. Suckers, they won't fill us. Coke dealers, Mo Skrilla, coke killers, we ain't got no fillers. In my city, we no factors, we no killers. Suckers, they won't fill us. Real late night, bring me 100 back and tryna get my cake right. Bring me 100 back and tryna get my cake right. I do it more of it. I can't. Can't be playing with cold killers, concrete jungle, banana clips, we go gorillas, elite hustle, stacking chips, we go getters, married to the game, dedicated drug dealers, no feelings, no hero, we co-villains, on a mission to power go to the ceiling. They say they rode to hell, paid with good intention. I would never talk, not a name I would mention. No spillers, no don't splitters, praying that my universal karma don't get us. 4 in the morning and a bitch wanna know who I'm texting. Is money on my line, no question. Coke dealers, Mo Skrilla, coke killers, we ain't got no fillers. In my city, we no factors, we no killers. Suckers, they won't fill us. Coke dealers, Mo Skrilla, coke killers.
All right, let's smoke it up. And Tim said, I know Bogey listening to the music this early, pumping up the homies, about to start drinking in 5 minutes. Let's go. What? And Peacock said, got the show going on mute, figured to add the captions, but I think these are lyrics. They are lyrics. That was Bogey. Some Bogey tracks. All right. And let's see, we did so far we've done the QBs, the running backs, and the QBs, running backs, and the wide receivers for
Do it though, in pocket like I'm on CPO. Super fly, hit him with the stupid flow. The usual.
all right, let's see if Bogey. Let's see how good Bogey and the chat are with this one.
What's up?
Oh, AJ in the house. What up, bro?
What up, son? He heard Daddy's music. You hear Daddy's new cuts.
Okay, so we'll talk about the top 5 tight ends here. And Travis Kelce, we already know is number 1, so we'll just take him out of the way. These the top 5 tight ends, 2 through 5. These are the only guys who have averaged 10 points.
Give me the Laporta potty.
Nope.
Son of a bitch. Oh, we're in the last 4 weeks, right?
Just the last 4 weeks.
Okay, my bad. Let's rewind that. Okay, just pretend I didn't say that. Okay, so it's definitely not the Laporta potty.
And AJ said Hawkinson. Nope, we are talking the last 4 weeks only. So we're talking the top 5, but Travis Kelce's number 1. And my hint was about the other 4 people that they have averaged 10 points for the last 4 weeks.
Can I say George Kittle because he did it all in one game?
You can say it, but you'd be wrong.
Son of a bitch. Okay, rewind. Pretend I didn't say anything again.
And Buffet Boy Gary said Mark Andrews, number 2, right behind Travis Kelce in the last 4 weeks.
I mean, duh. Give me Gerald Everett. Son of a bitch. I'm thinking too obscure.
And Gully Man said Ingram and Waller. So we got a big buzz on Ingram, but Waller snuck in there.
That's right, because he had 2. Yeah, those 2 games.
AJ said, "Give me Schultz." He is in there. Yeah. And Smokey Bear LaFleur said Dallas Goddard.
Duh.
Final remaining. Kelce, Andrews, Goddard, Waller, Schultz. That's the top 5 over the last 4 weeks for the tight end position. What up, stranger? Shout out to the Houday Nation.
What up, stranger? Man, I should know that. I should know those things.
Tight ends suck. That's why we want Kelce. It's Kelce and nobody else.
Wait till I get in on Jeopardy. I am the 3-time champion.
All right, now we're gonna start getting real crazy. We're gonna jump to the linebackers and let's see what correlation could I get here.
Okay, yeah.
I'll get that bag and I did. I don't care if I got 1 stream or a billion. All I'm worried about is my family, my money, my team, and my crew.
We so supreme.
Like the company. Trifecta, we sing comfortably. Don't run with the
Okay, we're gonna go the top. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're going the top 8 linebackers. This is Yahoo. So dual eligibility. Actually, there's only one guy.
Give me Foyo Lacuna.
Hold on. And last thing is all these guys have 82 points or more over the last 4 weeks. So they're averaging over 20 points a game for the last 4 weeks.
And this is in Yahoo?
This is in Yahoo.
Okay, that's correct. Oh yeah,
there'd be minor differences from Sleeper, but I think
but I was also gonna say I'm just thinking about because I'm in the one Yahoo IDP I'm in. They did kind of nerf it a little bit too. That's why. Okay, anyways,
so
Foyo
80 points or more. All right, Foyo Lacuna, top of the list, of course, 103. Gully Man said Wagner. Bobby is not in.
You mean Quincy Williams?
He is in there.
Okay, damn. I think I gotta say it. My man Terrell Bernard
just made the list with.
I was about to say he's because there was a couple games there, but then the averages should have brought him. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah. And Gully Man said Zaire Franklin just missed it. Just missed it. And TJ Watt. Nope.
Not in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, and Jay said Cody Barton. No.
Okay. Oh, damn, not 20. It might not be 20 points. Give me the Landman. No, the Landman's like a 16-point guy.
And there's only 7. My bad, because one of these people didn't make it. 3. But one of these people was a Thursday player, so we're taking him out. So 7. And so far, we got Foyo Lacuna, we got Bernard, and we got Quincy. So we got 3 out of the 7 so far. And no, not Barton, and no, not Daniil Hunter. Good guy.
I gotta say Roquan, man.
He just missed it.
Son of a bitch.
Just missed it.
Okay. I wonder if my neighbors think I have Tourette's.
All right, I'll give you a hint on the lowest guy. It's the flukiest of all flukiest reasons why he.
Oh, Cleo Mac. Right before you finish the sentence. Like, don't even. Okay.
So now we got Foyo Lacune, Terrell Bernard,
3 more.
Quincy Williams, and Khalil Mack. So there's 3 more who are in there. All of these guys are linebackers. None of them have the.
Give me Trumaine Edmonds. Damn it! What even close on that one? I guess it was only the last 2 weeks, actually.
And TJ Edwards from Gully Man. No.
He actually fell off significantly last. He was all beginning of the year. So
him and Tremaine Edmonds, they've averaged at least 15 points a game over the last 4 weeks, but not 20. And Jay said Al Shair.
Oh, fucking A! Give it to him.
Nope.
No. Oh, it's only been the last 3 weeks.
He's averaged 15 points a game over the last 4 weeks, but not 20 though. Not 20.
Okay. So B-Wag's not there. Man, it's not Mosley because Mosley getting outshot. No, I didn't say Mosley. I'm just Mosley over. It's that buzzer really does something to me. My whole thought process. It's not Devin Lloyd because he just came back. It's not Quay Walker.
All right, here's a hint. I'm gonna cut out half the league. All 3 of these guys are in the NFC.
Quay Walker.
And they're all in different divisions. Nope.
Oh. Ooh, Kaiser White.
No, good guess. Gully Man said that too. And yes, Jay, just linebacker. Gully Man said Bobby Okereke.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, sir. Number 2 over.
Damn it, I forgot about him. He's killing it. He's been killing it.
Okereke. And then our man Smokey Bear LaFleur said Hicks. Hicks is in there.
Robert Hicks for the Vikings, bro.
Hicks is in there. He had his last 4 games. I mean, the minimum that he scored was 15, but he had a 30-point game in there as well, and that's what brought him up.
Okay, damn, there's one more.
And there's one more. And Tino said David and Bernard. So Bernard in there. David was not.
Jerome Baker.
Very close. Right on the outskirts. Our man AJ got it. It is none other than Fred Warner.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with me? I forgot you had all the fucking picks and sacks in the last 4 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah,
not characteristically, up there, but over the last 4 weeks, he's only had one. His lowest game was 18 points over the last 4 weeks, and he mixed in a 30-point game and a 24-point game. There you go. There you have it. A lot of usual suspects in there. See, that's what's cool about IDP, and even all those guys that everyone else was mentioning, those are the guys who are just right on the outskirts. Zaire Franklin, Roquan, Baker, Mosley, Ernest Jones, Patrick Queen, Nicholas Morrow, Alex Singleton, Jordan Brooks, and Al Shair, and Edmonds and Edwards.
Okay. You gotta go in the car quick, son. It's cold if you're not gonna wear a jacket, big guy.
Yeah, Corbin said forgot about Fred. Yeah, because he's usually not up there. All right, let's see.
It's funny because I was too fixated on tackles and because he got it via tackles, but also just he's had many big plays in this past month.
Yeah. All right, how about this? We'll make this a little bit easier for the DLs because there's not as many household names amongst the DLs. We're going to go the top 4 DLs over the last 4 weeks. And on Yahoo, they all have 55 points or more. Only 4.
Do you know Hunter me?
So on Yahoo, they don't even have.
So that's right. He's not eligible. Okay.
But I don't He might be in there, but I'm not sure.
Ed Oliver me.
No. Had he not missed the game, maybe not. Maybe he
Oh,
would.
yeah, I forgot he missed the game. Son of a bitch me. Okay. Let's see.
Two of these guys are very high.
Kyle Granderson.
1 point shy. 1 point shy of making the cut.
Okay.
Gully Man.
Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett.
Gully Man. Yes to Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
Gully Man said Max Crosby. Yes.
Yeah.
Top over the last couple weeks. And no to Granderson. And yes to Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah. And missing the week. Oh, yeah. We remember counting that too.
That's 3 of the 4 right there.
Hold on, my bad. Let me load it there.
If Bogey thinks hard enough, I bet he could get this last guy. I don't think anyone else will get it, though.
His name is Justin Matabuki.
Yep.
I knew you believed in me. Matabuki.
Hell yeah. 59 points over the last 4 games. He's been killing it.
And now I'm starting him everywhere. This is be the week, huh?
That he messes it up.
Yeah. Matabuki.
Yeah, he's at least 10 over the last 4 weeks, and one of those was a 23-point performance.
Jordan.
Peacock said, I don't know what we're guessing. I'm just throwing out names.
You read the comments like chili cheese dog. Oh, we're talking about what we want for lunch.
All right, let me go look at the DBs. Let's see if we can mix any of these DBs. And yeah, let's see. All right, how about the 4 DBs who are averaging more than 20 points each over the last 4 games? So the least points on this list is 84 out of the top 4 defensive backs.
Okay, we're going to go with the Dax. Damn, fast 4 weeks. That's right. He was missing. Okay.
He had to buy.
Okay.
That's really, I mean, he had to buy.
Cam Taylor Britt, same team.
No, he had to buy.
Oh, that's right. I just said that. Oh, okay. Even though he had to buy, I can't remember. No, Witherspoon.
No, the guys who made this list did not have a buy.
Oh, okay, thank you.
But Witherspoon, literally right below these guys.
Yeah, okay.
Same thing with Dax. Like literally right below these guys.
That's what I'm saying. I was looking at last week.
Gully Man hit the nail on the head with Bynum. Hell yeah.
Oh, duh.
94 points over the last 4 weeks.
Oh, okay. Give him a man, Jabril Peppers.
Nope. Tino got one of them. He said Moore and Bynum. Kenny Moore making the list.
Oh, yeah, duh. Fucking Kenny Moore's been killing it. Fucking me.
No to Cam Curl. No to Pinnock. No to Jenkins. Gully Man. Harrison Smith. Hell yeah. Vikings.
Got all the stacks. They be having Brian Flores been with his signature safety blitz.
2 safeties making the list on here. And let's see. Nobody else.
And from the Vikings.
Yeah. And so we got 3 out of the 4. And let's see. No to Poyer. We already said Dax Hill. No to Sneed. No to Hufanga. No to Medalist. And then, yep, Zoo Crew. We just hit Harrison Smith. One more. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention enough to get this last guy, because I've mentioned this guy. And we've talked about him a lot and how he's been killing it. But he is far from a household name.
Amani Hooker.
No, far from a household
name.
Oh,
yeah, he just had a bye week, my bad. Far from a household name. Okay. All right. Does he have an African name?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. And no, Derek, it's not Justin Blackman. It's Julian Blackman. And no, it is not. And and Tino said if he's not a safety, he's not making it on my team. Well, there we go. There's a hint right there.
He's
not a safety.
Okay.
But out of these top 4 players, 2 of them have been safeties and 2 are corners. So it's an even split.
Okay, well, this
Nope,
one
it's not Bates. And you guys got the clue now. Now you guys know it's a cornerback, not a safety.
Legarius Sneed.
Nope. That's already been said.
Damn it. I should have been paying more attention.
Nope, Jay, not Hamilton and not Winfield. It's a cornerback, not a safety. What?
Stone.
No, you're getting close though.
Son of a bitch. I'm in the.
Nope, we already said it's not Witherspoon. He just missed the cut, and it's because of that bye week within that he's already had. Not Ward. Not Ward. Good guess. Pretty sure we've mentioned this person on the waiver wire, like show each of the last 4 weeks. He's still really not rostered in 15% of leagues now. Not a household name. There's multiple other DBs on this team that you would think to play before this guy.
Son of a bitch.
Nope. Come on, guys.
Give me another hint. Do I know who this guy is?
For sure you do, because we've talked about him over the last couple weeks. All right, I'll cut out half the league. He's in the AFC. Ooh, there we go. Our man Zoo Crew got it. Williams from Jacksonville.
Oh, my man Darius, bro.
Darius Williams. There we go.
The big monster. Oh, my man Darius. I've been telling you. You know I know him, bro. Yeah, I knew him, bro. I was like, give me a hint. Do I know him? I know that motherfucker, bro. Damn, that one makes me mad. Shout out to Zoo. That almost makes me mad every time I see a player I'm looking for and Zoo just picked them up. Like, God damn it, Zoo.
And so here's some honorable mentions in here. We got Devin Witherspoon, Benjamin St. Just, Curl, Julian Blackman, Trayvon Morig, Cam Taylor Britt, Jabril Peppers, yeah. And Teron Johnson and Antoine Winfield are honorable mentions after yesterday's game. See, Derek, he said, "Oh, Darius Williams, I have him in some leagues." Have
you been starting? Hey, listen, bro, I'm so fucked up in a lot of those ones because like I'll be winning and I'll be like, "Fuck, I have such and such in the taxi." Like, you know what I mean? Or I have, you know what I mean? Like, I have a motherfucker on the bench for how long, too? Like I've been winning for 2 weeks in this one league. I forgot I had Devin Lloyd. I'm like, damn, God damn it. Until I lost in spite of him. And I'm like, shit, if I would have started Devin Lloyd, I forgot I had that motherfucker. Just, you know, when you take them out of the IR, they're down there in the bottom.
Yeah.
And I you know, when I click LB to my starting lineup, I got to scroll up because I got a gang of linebackers.
And Tino said, who's Williams from Jacksonville? Darius Williams, cornerback from Jacksonville.
Yeah, he was like a late round draft pick to the Rams. I mean, I don't know what kind of draft pick he was, but he was with the Rams. He was opposite for Ramsey hella years, and he was the baddest motherfucker. I hated him because like he got a lot of work. He got a lot of work. And he was hella good because, you know, people would just stay away from Ramsey. You know what I mean? Or he'd be like shadowing somebody or whatever. You know, Ramsey would. Then if Ramsey was hurt, he would do the Ramsey role. Shadow whatever number. He was always hella good.
For the most part, they have Darius Williams playing like 100% of the time, and then there's like 2 or 3 other cornerbacks who fill out the other, you know, just rotation of cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm. So he's like, okay, who they playing this week? George Pickens is gonna have a long game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to be a long day for him.
Kenny Pickett.
Ooh. And he's the pick monster versus Kenny Pickett.
Hey, I mean, come on.
Can you pick it?
And Tino said, don't pick up the DBs. He said they're up and down. It depends on what kind of league you play in. What about all these leagues that we play in where you have to start DBs?
Yeah.
Or did you mean cornerbacks specifically? Because I don't target cornerbacks much. I mean, we need to say that.
And and Tino said he hit it right on the nail earlier with me because that's my birthday too. And he was like, listen, it's a corner. I wouldn't know that. You know what I mean? I just know all the safeties.
Yeah. Yeah, Derek said he's got him in the 21.
And like no one, like you know what's crazy too is like it's like paying attention to all the nickels too. Like Kenny Moore, he's doing it straight out the nickel, and then here and there he gets a fucking corner blitz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he also fucking he's just a tackling machine, and he's making plays too. Like it's crazy.
Gully Man said, yeah, DBs required in my league. He said DBs have been strange this season in IDP. Well, if you for anyone who was like paying attention to us in the very beginning,
you have all the Dak Hills.
yeah, we gave you all these names that just like hit like crazy.
Even Cameron Curl was a late name because like he just didn't have like he had like a lackluster year last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure people waited on Cam Curl, they're happy. You know what I mean? That you know what I mean? That's from rocking with us, definitely.
See, we know Corbin knows what's up because he said Greg Delpit won me my week last week.
Yeah, shout out to Greg.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's funny too because at one point, I remember him last year, but you know, when you're on the Browns, you kind of fall into obscurity, right? And he was like behind like John Johnson and like whoever else the fuck they had at safety. You know what I mean? And then like I start in the dynasty startups, it'd be like round 40 some, and then I'd see like Crispy like grab like fucking Delpit, and I'd be like, who the fuck is Greg Delpit? And you're like, who? Because that wasn't his name. So for the longest, so I eventually just clicked on it, like, oh, it's Grant Delpit. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I started, I'm like, oh, Jim Schwartz is there. Oh, then it was just over. I started the safeties Jim Schwartz had in his time, like, oh yeah, okay. And as long as I referred to him as Greg, no one would.
No one will know. No one will be the wiser.
I have all the Dax Hill and Greg Delpits. And it was a rough ride early on for old Greg. But you know, now off the bye week, I'm happy to have him in places where I only need to start 2. I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
Jabril, I always try to find a cheat code, the dual eligible guys. Jabril Peppers has been a nice one in a land of like, if you can't find like a solid like second DB, it's like, oh hell yeah, throw a linebacker in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isaiah Simmons used to be that guy for me the last 2 years, but then also even 2 years ago, Quincy was that guy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then you know, Salah was like, we're just gonna make you purely a linebacker, or at least label you that way. You know what I mean? It's all.
Well, it's really whatever they're labeled as doesn't even matter necessarily.
The snaps they play the most out of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to play a certain amount.
But they announced it before the year. And then I remember, because, you know, like I remember going into last year, I got all my lineup set up. I'm excited. You know what I mean? Then after the preseason games, then it was like, I had to remove fucking Quincy from out of my shot. Like, what?
I know.
And like, because they went and announced it. You know what I mean? So this was like even prior to like, yeah. And he still did like DB things as well. Like still dropping in the coverage and still like, you know what I mean? Or not DB things, like nickel things and safety things.
And Jay said, I'm in a league where we play DLs, DBs, and LBs. I mean, that's the way that it should be. I mean, it's more fun. Like sometimes we do these big tournaments or whatever where it's a little bit easier. So we try to get like, you know, 5 flexes or something, you know, try to get the masses involved and not be scared of IDP.
Yeah, when I got introduced to IDP, it was 2 of each and 2 flex. So like, you know what I mean? We was in it from the jump. But it wasn't no like specific CBs and DB and safeties. It was like just DBs grouped, DLs were grouped, and obviously LBs. And then like the 2 flexes were like killer. And it took me until like 2020 when I was like, you just need all the linebackers and safeties and shit. Like linebackers as much as possible, especially when you're a sleeper. Like the 1-2-3 scoring, it was a wrap. It's like made it super fun. It's like no, my linebacker could like, oh, like you know, you get those questions. I'm down 30, and my opponent has Jamar Chase, but it's like you're up 30. Your opponent has Jamar Chase, but you have like Quincy Williams. Like, I mean, I think you're all right. You know what I mean? You might like win by 30 still. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
So one of the old home leagues that I played in, it was the one with Chipokawaka and, you know, a couple other guys that I've known like forever. It was one of the 10-team leagues that still has a kicker that on Yahoo that I had to bow out of, you know, unfortunately. But it's also because like I hated the 10 teams. Like it's like, oh, like every team is stacked and it doesn't like it's even on wits. Even on IDP, you got to play a D end, a
What?
DT,
What?
2 linebackers,
What?
2 cornerbacks,
What?
2 safeties, and an IDP flex. Like even with all these like intricate things, it still doesn't matter because it's 10 teams. Everybody's able to fill like a crazy lineup like every single week.
How deep is the benches?
That was the issue for the longest time. It was only 5 for the longest time. And I was gonna drop out during COVID. I was like, if this shit doesn't get expanded, like no IR spots either at that time. It took COVID for them to change it from 5 spots to 8 bench spots and to add 2 IR spots. Like took COVID for that to happen. And there was still max moves. Like, man, that's another reason why I had to get out.
Why? What's wrong with max moves? Oh, max, like it's not unlimited.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Motherfuckers got an average. You know, you had the spreadsheet of all the years of you know, it's funny because Steamboat's a spreadsheet having motherfucker or making motherfucker. It's funny how the similarities, but anyways, like you have a spreadsheet of all the moves you made, the averages on. You're like, shit, can't do this, bro. Showing everyone the spreadsheet. Look here, hey, you're like, hey, Chipoka Walker, look, these are the amount of moves you make. Look at in correlation of your win-loss record. See, you would need to make more moves, probably. Can't do it though.
And see, I forget
you would hit the max.
It was like there was only like 16 weeks, right? And it was like 9 I think it was like 80 moves or something like that. And that was even like bumped up. So yeah, it was like 5 moves a week or like something what it averaged to. But we have like 20 starters, like so like 5 moves could like easily happen like on any week with that many like starters. And Gullymans have been playing IDP for over a decade now. Still surprised it's not mainstream. It will be, but what it takes. Here's what it's going to take for everybody to get mainstream. It's like everybody getting their friends to play, and like I'm going to provide a lot of different tournaments for not too much money where we can get people in, and we got to get them to dip their toe in. Like that's what it is. Like literally, this is like a 1-by-1 like thing of like getting people to join slowly but surely. And yeah, Corbin said I didn't think I'd like IDP a few years back, and he said now it's my favorite.
Yeah, for real. It's my I thought I was the baddest motherfucker on fantasy planet, right? In like 2017, because I'm coming off of like 3 titles. I'm wearing my belts everywhere for real. Like if I know someone's gonna be. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. Just rocking it. Like they might even come through. Oh, you didn't bring the belts? Nah, bro. All 3 of them stacked. What's your name? Fucking bulletproof vest. I got the chippers on me. You know what I mean? And then like, and then Steamboat's like, man, you don't even play any. You don't even play any men leagues, bro. Like, yeah, a man's league, bro. IDP, super flex IDPs. That is. Pray tell. And at first I'm like, man, fuck that, dog. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, but then you know, right away he's like, he immediately coerces me into it because he's like, man, it's just you just gotta reverse engineer shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it'd be like you remember the Jackrabbit? I can't remember fuck is his name? Something. He was a corner for the Rams, and then he went to like the Giants, and then he was with the Saints for a while. Yeah, his name was Jack. Anyways, I remember like I was like, yeah, bro, he's only giving up like, you know, whatever blah 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 catch percentage, and he was like, see, he's like, it's just like that in reverse though.
Oh, Janoris Jenkins,
right? He was like, I was breaking down some catch percentage on Janoris Jenkins, right? And he's like, see, just like that, just in reverse. And I was like, oh shit. Like, you know, one of those eureka moments. Like, yeah, you know what? And like, I was so ass because then I thought, like, okay, I'm just gonna like, ooh, everyone's going to IDPs all of a sudden. Just keep stacking these skill guys. I'll stream that shit. How many do I need to start? 8. All right, my last 8 picks, I'll get 8. And I'm just like, you know, like, just like, okay, it's pretty naked now. You know what I mean? Learned real fucking quick, man. Real quick. You know what I'm saying? But then, see, if that didn't happen to me, I wouldn't like find the different ways to stream though. You know what I mean? Because it was the same. Like, okay, yeah, Khalil Mack's a bad motherfucker. I should have had Khalil Mack. But you know what? I'm gonna put his homie Leonard Floyd on the side of him. You know what I mean?
I know a lot of people's like, there's some people who say that they don't like IDP because it's too easy to stream. That could be true. Well, hold on. Let me finish my thought. That could be the case if there's like only a couple like positions like in the league, because like there's such a big like crop of people. But it is way easier to stream than offense. But it's because I've said this time and time again. You don't count offensive linemen, out there. So out of the 11 people on the field, you're not playing offensive linemen. So that's like
every year. Wow. There's every year. When the weather gets cold and the fantasy playoffs come around, we might see a couple running backs come up and be like some league winners. You know what I mean? I mean, this happens all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even Rashad Penny was one of those guys at one point. Remember back in 21?
Yeah,
he just did it. Like Derrick Henry in 2018. Like but then there's like the Tim Hightowers in the 2015 comes out of nowhere playoffs, kills it. You know what I mean? Fucking there's always linebackers and safeties, they pop up all the time. How many people won a championship with Drew Tranquill last year?
Here's gonna be the three biggest league winners in IDP. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Terrell Bernard.
Oh, don't jinx him.
Dax Hill.
Okay. Listen, I don't like this game.
Well, I'm just talking about guys who amongst the masses, nobody even knew who these fucking guys were like before this year, so
why?
Like, we're for sure free agents.
That's the dynasty degens in us too, because we're talking about these guys that are just nice. We're like, bro, watch when we bust them out the taxi, bro.
We're waiting.
We got these motherfuckers in a taxi. They didn't even see the field.
Yeah, but that's why we're on it.
But the fantasy math that we were accustomed to, right? It's what I'm saying, when you're walking into a role, you know what I mean, in a position that historically produces, bro, you're in there, bro. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like for rookies, it's definitely hard. You know what I mean? When you're a rookie linebacker, like Nakobe Dean last year, you had to sit on him, and then and then we still didn't even see like what it's worth yet, because I'm saying, he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Nick Bolton's a different case. He done flashed straight out the gate. Rookie year, like, okay, boom, he's on everybody's radar. You know what I mean? Logan Wilson, like, that's one of your guys that you were having him stashed away. Like, hey, this motherfuckers, stash this motherfucker away. Jordan Brooks, stash him away. You know what I mean? But then, like, you know what I'm saying? But then there's like the Cody Bartons that pop up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I didn't win championships with old Code, man. You know what I mean? Just pop up mid-season. Like, just not even mid-season. He just, motherfuckers not paying attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because there's
like, oh, shit.
Jordan Brooks, he's still killing it every week. And like Cody Barton, I mean, it was crazy. There was like 3 different linebackers you could have played for them last year at any given moment. And my third was Cam Bynum. He's the other one. Killing it.
Half Filipino.
Because all of those guys were like probably 0% rostered, 1% rostered, 2% rostered. Because we're not talking dynasty, we're talking redraft. And even in dynasty,
I got one. He was drafted, but he was definitely always low owned, man. My man Ernest Scared Stupid Jones.
Oh yeah,
Ernest Jones, bro,
killing it.
Ernest goes to jail, Jones.
For anybody who was tripping on Patrick Queen, man, just been killing it.
Killer.
Low boy Blue Jay 619. What up? He said, should I trade
San Diego?
Should I trade Saquon for Eckler full PPR? I got Keenan Allen. I just don't like doing running back for running back, so I would hold on that.
I like the Saquon side. That was just because I'd rather have Saquon than Eckler.
And Buffet Boy Gary said, I forgot to tell you guys, rule number 1 is still intact. I pulled back the trade after he didn't respond. There you go, man.
There you go.
Wasn't meant to be.
There you go.
See, I like this from Gully Man. Well, I kind of do. He said 4 DLs, 3 LBs, 4 DBs. See, I would change that to 3 DLs and 4 LBs because I would just run the 3-4. You know, I mean,
but what if like you had to choose? Or you put the 3 of each, and see. Here's where I would fuck the game up. So I'd be like, well, I'd be the guy arguing. Well, I run a 3-4. And then like, so, how about this? Okay, here's a happy medium: 3 of each. And then you put 2 extra flexes.
Yeah,
and I just run 5 linebackers.
That's why we run. In our dynasties, we run two of each, and then 3 flexes on top.
So I run 5 linebackers.
Right? Hey, there's a 5. You could run a 5-2. There's a 5-2 defense out there.
Sometimes, and then in the spots where like when Isaiah Simmons was a guy, and then obviously the dual eligibility one. Like if you look at my team in 13, it's like it's TJ Watt and the black Josh Allen in my DLs because they got the dual jump off. And then it's a linebacker in every spot except for the DB.
Tino said there's 11 people on defense. Yes, it's fantasy football, Tino. Just a reminder, fantasy football.
Yeah, well, see, listen, Tino, I know he'll draw the line when these motherfuckers start talking about, they're adding team O lines. Like, no. Mm-mm. Then they'll be like, listen, bro, we gotta start one of each. I've got a guard, 2 guards, 2 tackles, and a center.
And but yeah, I mean, I'd love it if we started 11 players in the dynasty league.
Shit, bro. Hey, Jason Kelsey would be like the best center or what?
I mean, I don't know what the criteria would be. Would it be for like yards you run blocked for? Would it be sacks you've given up, right? Like
at least.
And I know there are leagues that you play offensive line units.
No, we're not doing that.
That's whack as fuck. Whack as fuck.
You better have punters in there or I'm not joining.
But see, what would you think about that, Bogey, if we did play 11 IDP guys instead of 9?
See, here's my thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, yeah, we're not changing it.
Don't broke it.
Because really what it is, it was making it so much to where it scared people off who never did IDP before. That was also another thing. And I feel like 9's like a real...
That was like that. If there was one league that was like that, then I'm down for it. Because it's like, I like, different fighting styles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like variations of shit. That's why it's been easy to say no to a lot of leagues this year. Like, I kind of only want to play in like...
It's funny when people do, oh, yeah, bro. Like, the real way to do it is 11 on 11, But, like, there's not... Then you got to put in all these random wide receivers and running backs, and there's not 11 skill players out there. Not 11 skill positions.
I'd be hella mad. I'd be like, fuck, bro. He's starting Trey Palmer against me tonight. He does say, like, shit, bro. I like this motherfucker starting Shalil Kalir on me, and the motherfucker Khalil Spear, this motherfucker.
And Gully Man said, and if you got offense as well, you're not going to be able to stream. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to just stream every single week for IDP for like every single spot. Like that's like impossible. Imagine doing that for offense.
It is in a shallow bench league.
Yeah,
I'm in a 14-team super flex with full IDPs. Well, they took away my lovely second IDP flex. That made me mad as fuck. I fought that shit tooth and nail. Fuck all of them. Anyways, fucking the benches are shallow for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? It's like 9 bench spots, and you start 17 or whatever.
Okay.
So, and you have a kicker. So every week I routinely just drop my kicker so I can house other things. You know what I'm saying? And like I treat the waiver like my second bench for my IDPs. Like it's because motherfuckers will just hold on to the name guys like over bye weeks, shit like that. Or they'll even like, okay, I was upset for like 3 weeks, bro, because somebody, I'm not gonna say his name, bro, he didn't drop Dax Hill and just let him. And then like, I'm really mad because I don't notice this, and someone else picks him up and then throws him in a trade immediately, like during the bye week.
It's in the East Side League.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Damn,
I was fucking hot because
of the bye. Damn.
I was fucking hot. Then someone picked them up, then trades them, and for like nothing, like for literally for Cameron Curl. So this guy could
what? Why? Why?
This is and that guy who picked up the Dax Hill guy. I was like, okay, there you go. That's what's up, because he's last place, but or second to last. I'm like, okay, there you go, because I need him to beat up other people too. You know what I mean? But then like he goes and trades it for Cameron Curl, and then now we got to get on him in the chat. You know what I mean? It's stupid. I remember when this was the first league I was ever exposed to back in 2018 with our full IDPs and whatnot. So like fucking he was
The man's league.
It's a man's league, and also commonly referred to as an experts league. And I remember like 3 weeks in it, I said, Steamboat, these are not experts. They're all idiots, and I hate losing to idiots. I was like, Tino's cool, Steve's cool, John's like, I had like the 6 guys that I just actually knew.
And Gary.
All these other motherfuckers are fucking raving idiots. And then there shout out to my homie Alex. I used to call him Rico Suave. You know what I'm saying? Alex, he was like a career like dumbass. You know what I mean? Like he's a fucking idiot. Like, and would like try to speak eloquently. Like he was like so like in his mind, he was like intellectually higher than everyone. But he just the stupidest shit. You know what I mean? Make the stupidest lopsided trades that are not in his favor. Like it was just like I can't. And then they gave him the boot at one point, like mid-season. We all had enough of it.
And what was I gonna say? What's his name? Gary here. He said I need to get in a dynasty or an empire league with IDP involved. Had we met before August or before July or whenever we actually met, you would be. But yeah, you just hang around because the first dynasty leagues that we're going to be getting started are going to be right after the Super Bowl. The drafts are hella fun.
Yeah, and then you draft like so the first initial rookie draft in those startups that'll come up. Those will come up the week after the actual NFL draft, and that order is determined on that startup draft. You draft your draft picks. So in place of the draft, which would be a slow draft, which are awesome because you make trades and whatnot. Within that slow draft, you would draft kickers in place. So like if I took a kicker in like the third, like 312, I picked, but that was the first kicker off the board. I would have the 1-1 in that draft, in that rookie draft
for that year.
So it's the best because a lot of times I'll have like no picks because everybody is gonna draft picks and all these players will fall. And I mean, we get stacked up. You know what I mean? With win now mode.
We end up having 3 total drafts because we draft our draft spot order. Like we draft the draft pick spot that we want, and we draft our vets, obviously, and then we have our rookie draft. So yeah, these leagues are like hella interactive for like months and months and months, and like it's well before the season even starts. So we're just so ready come August when all the casuals come around. But yeah, anybody who wants to get into a dynasty, all you got to do is join the 420 crew, 420crew.org, and just stay involved. The next leagues that we're going to start are going to be going down during the NFL playoffs. So week 18 is the last week of the NFL season. So just think week 19, 20, and 21, we have a 3-week tournament keeping fantasy alive with only playoff teams that are in there.
What?
Tino said he's in on the O-lines.
Damn it, Tino. They just want me to leave that league. You know what's funny? It's like I was talking about how I refer to the waiver wire as like a second bench for my IDPs, right? Because you could just pick and pull if you know names, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I go, this is why I love the Eastside League. And then I word it like that. And then I started explaining, like, because the bench, the waiver's like my second bench for IDPs. And then Steve goes, wait. Say that again. And I'm like, because I always say I fucking hate this league. Fuck this league. I hate that league.
Oh man.
Yeah, and we're having a Super Bowl rematch this week.
I'm
playing the 3-time champion who knocked me out because of the fucking the DeMar Hamlin thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like he's always been a graceful champion. Right, the last 2 years, because he's just really good and he keeps his head down. He doesn't really talk shit.
So graceful that it's annoying now.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna get to it. So it's already graceful like in that way, right? And then he gets to the 3rd year, and because of all this shit, and everyone's like, "Yeah, paper champ," and then they're getting on him because everyone hates him, right? And then now he's like the villain champ. I'm the champ. The results said it. I'm the champ. Bogey will tell you. You're like, don't bring me into this shit.
Gotta make you admit.
I listen to all the players I had: Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, fucking Evan McPherson. God damn it, even the kicker, fucking Logan Wilson. God damn it, I had Gabe Davis on the other side. And then he's like, I had Isaiah McKenzie, bro. He's going to go 8 for 80. 8 for 80. Like, fuck you. He wasn't going to go for no fucking 8 for 80, man. Get the fuck out of here. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Downtown said 6-1. Need to win this week. Do I start Brees Hall or CD Lamb full PPR? Hall playing the Giants. Yeah, Lamb coming off the bye playing the Rams.
Man, you can't play both of them. Like because those guys are like in like what I would say is must start territory. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, CD Lamb, his target market share never went away. It just wasn't producing until recently. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? And like Brees Hall, he's just on fire. He's like 3 games straight, and one of them was against, even though the touchdown saved him, it was against the Eagles. So now they're coming off a bye week.
It's funny. Magic Man Ricky. He said shit. He 3-peated. He said he's the right to be cocky. He said
so now it's okay. Look at this. That he was always the guy like hella points against. So he'd be like, man, we should do like a battle royal type thing. He was always like, fuck the heads up, like this and that. And then he goes like this. This was in 2020, and I quote. He goes, you know what, y'all? This is my last dance. Like, he's like, shut up. He's like trying to bite the fucking last dance because it was out. He fucking 3-peats. And when we're in Vegas doing a draft, right, at one point, and we're on everything, you know what I mean? He's like, I'm the Michael Jordan of this league. Fuck you. I didn't like that right away. Fuck you. I'm the Michael Jordan.
And see, for like, I feel if it's like a 10-man league, it's almost like we got to do the against the median shit as well. That's the only way to like get a true.
Or you do the you have the second score, because then you get a point. You get a W for the highest score on the week. I know a lot of 10 teams that do that. So it'd be like, because even someone came in the chat, remember, he's like, oh, I'm 6-12 and 1 or something like that.
That's what against the median is.
Yeah. Okay. My bad. Potato.
It's like you get a point for winning, or point for against for winning or losing, and then whoever's in the top half scoring teams, you get that's who also wins a game. Because that just takes out some of the bad luck of the schedule. Like if you just always go against like the top scoring team, but your team scores high as well, that's how you get more wins with that. So it kind of just evens out a little bit of the schedule luck.
In a twist of fate, right? So, we didn't do that auction fucking dynasty, like it's basically like the East Side League but dynasty style, right? Because no one could want to do, and it was gonna be on Sleeper, and he already set up the league and everything and had everyone in it, but no one could decide on the fucking. I mean, no one wanted to do auction, so he just didn't do it, right? But I'm glad, because it was gonna be a salary one. You know what I mean? Because Steamboat's into that shit. He's like you with spreadsheets, and I was with it, because if it's just one,
way too much fucking work to do that.
But if it's just the one, though, you know what I mean? And he had all the fucking
don't
what's it called?
That's so much work for like one.
What's the guidelines called? The when we say check he had all the bylaws and all the rules and all the salary breakdowns and all that shit. And then he was even like, I'm down to do mocks if you guys want to get like and he showed him the actual, because he just did one. So he shows the actual draft of the one I just went down. He's like, these are kind of like the ranges of player prices, and we're gonna have $2,000 and eventually the idea was like to get it to where this is a $2,000 league every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was gonna start off as $25, but we're gonna jump it up like massively in like a couple years. When it's like, okay, now it's, you know what I mean? We'll do a restart, and now it's fucking it's
even then. I mean, the people who would win early would be so pissed, like, oh man, I win when it's like peanuts, and then like it goes up, and then not win it again. Or something.
You reset everything. And see, here was my gripe. I'm like, man, 30-man rosters. I'm like, that's some bullshit. He's like, but see, people have fab. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That works against me too. But unless it's like, see, then I said, well, unless we get to the point where like it's the actual dollar amount is to the fab, then I'll be with it. Because then now everyone's bringing the A game, and whoever's dumb as fuck that's stuck with us, bro, you're still chalking up 2 banditos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like, you know what I mean? Because that money's still going in there, but that's theoretically the money you're spending when you're on the waivers. You know what I mean? and in the draft, obviously rookie drafts, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
And Leon said, "Would you trade Olave for T. Higgins and Hunt?" He said, "I tried to trade Gibbs with him, but he countered with this."
You know, Hunt is like all banged up already, bro. It's kind of like, and then like I know we're gonna have a couple weeks of him, but then he would be like a sell high. Kareem Hunt's like a sell high candidate for me right now, even.
I know, yeah, that's why he's trying to do that.
Yeah, exactly. And like Olave is like a buy low right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
why he's like he's in with your double whammy right there, huh?
Yeah,
and then he gives him Higgins where he's just a headache to him. So he's I would see if I could get something better than Hunt.
Yeah.
You tell him, hey, Hunt's so great, you got him already. I want, beat up Ken Walker or something. See what other running back does he got? See if you can wiggle something. See if he has ETN, then you can throw something on there or something. Olave and someone else decent too. Like and don't be stingy. You know what I mean? If whenever you're trying to wiggle something big, you got to give some pause. First of all, but you got to give you know what I mean. If you want a big fish, you got to give some big fishes sometimes, bro. You know what I mean?
Reflex Smoke said, "Should I do Swift and Pittman for Chase?" Yeah.
Yep.
I would.
Like yesterday.
And Jay said, "I want in on the leagues for the playoffs." Hell yeah, man! Just make sure you keep your membership active on Patreon, and there's going to be There's going to be a few different.
They are exclusive to Patreon members. We will say that.
Yeah.
And there is some, and we did do some through Patreon members bringing in friends and family for the tournament, so that was fine. But yes, needs to start with a Patreon member.
12 team leagues. We were doing it on Fantrax. That's pretty much the best platform that actually offers this. I wish Sleeper offered it, but they don't. There's going to be $33 buy-ins, $55 buy-ins, so two different options on what you could buy.
And we have two styles.
And,
we're only doing the one style.
Well, it's going to be the same style of league for all of them, but
I do say we should do a couple where it's because here's the bogey style. Oh, you go break yours down, and I'll introduce the bogey style after.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a single QB. That's the difference. I think yours actually has.
But it's only 6 teams.
Right, exactly. So we're doing. Yeah, we're doing 12 teams in each one.
And this one goes all the way to the Super Bowl, and it's total points, everyone versus everybody, battle royal, winner takes all.
Yeah, for sure. This is going to be a battle royal. Top 3 will be in the money.
Oh yeah, this is how we're doing those ones this year. So it is a battle royal. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's how we did it.
Last year. Okay, because I do remember we switched to the Fantrax last year.
Yeah, and that's what we did. We were able to do the battle royale.
Yeah, fuck. What is it? FML. Oh, that's fuck my life.
Fantasy.
MFL.
MFL. Yeah, my
fantasy life. Yeah.
But yeah, and then we're gonna have slow drafts. We're gonna have fast drafts, so there'll be like different options of what you can get into, and you can always get into more than one. And for every winner, there is a championship ring, just like with every other hustler league out there.
Yeah, I got a couple laying around here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, I don't want to stun. I'm just gonna let them. You know what I mean? It's just facts. You know what I mean?
Dennis was hella stoked. I mean, he had, when he came out to Vegas, has a necklace with both the rings on it. You know, just got to make sure he's stunting.
Yeah.
And what up, Rafael? He said, top of the morning, 420 crew. Oh, man, he said he got punched in the mouth last night. Who'd you play against? Allen and Gabe Davis? I played against Allen and Gabe Davis.
You know what's crazy is there's 3 different leagues. I have the Allen Davis and then Terrell Bernard, and they put a smooth 100 up in our format. So I feel like I'm off to a good start. Can't fuck around though.
Stranger said, Bogey, if you want to catch the big fish, you need the big bait.
There you go. See, sometimes that bait is just some other big fish that I just slain. You know what I mean?
And Adam said, part 2 out of Dotson, Bourne, Cooper, and Rice. Rice and Bourne for now.
Remember I was telling you I've been going down the Bram Stoker Dracula rabbit hole.
Yeah. What up, Devo?
His like assistant accountant guy, fucking Renfield, Which makes me interested in wanting to go watch that because I love Nick Cage. He did a joint called Renfield. So I'm wondering if it's like loosely based on this character because Renfield was a vamp. Wait, he wasn't quite a vampire yet, right? But he was like fucked with, you know what I mean? And he was like so twisted and warped in his mind by Dracula, right? Like he would just eat bugs and shit, and like he was like obsessed with like having a bug eat a bigger bug, then that bug gets eaten by an even bigger bug, then gets eaten by a rat, then that rat gets eaten by like a cat, then he eats the cat. Like, see, he was on some weird shit. Yeah.
Sounds like it. Adam said Stafford, Darnold, or Carr.
Staffy?
Yeah, Stafford.
Carr has a nice matchup, actually. Who's Carr playing? I forgot. Carr actually has he's a decent streaming option this week. Who they playing? Playing the Colts. I guess the Colts and guy. I mean, it's like you can't really count the PJ Walker game. You know what I mean? PJ Walker sucks. Oh, you know what I didn't think of? It was a PJ Walker revenge game.
Yeah, he did play for the Colts, huh?
Well, he was like, I think he was undrafted, right? But he was there when Andrew Luck was there. He was just on the practice squad. He was there that last year when Andrew Luck retired, I should say.
Wait, what? I thought he went there after the XFL.
Nah, he went to the Panthers after.
Oh.
He was over there with Joe Brady.
This is before the XFL days.
Yeah, before that. And he wasn't even PJ Walker. He was whatever the P stands for, then Walker. He rebranded himself for the XFL.
He was just Paul Walker.
Whatever he was like, there's too many Paul Walkers. Maybe Paul Walker died in life and in the movies, so in honor of him, he's like, that can't be Paul Walker.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah, I wonder what the P in the PJ Walker stands for.
Let's see. I'm sure we can Google it.
We have to know.
Take a guess. What's the PJ?
Patrick?
Poor guys.
Give me Patrick for the win. Give me Patrick and then Percy in that order.
No. Dang it. I don't know what the J stands for, but the P stands for Philip.
Damn it.
I don't know what I don't know what the J stands for though.
Junior? Philip Junior Whopper.
Oh, I mean, he is a junior, so maybe it is, I guess.
I mean, it is confusing though because like what's funny about it is like my son he's a third, but but like if you go to like colonial days or like even like old like English back in England and shit, it would have to be the same exact name to the T, middle name, everything. And I have a Spanish background because I'm Filipino, so that we do it like this how the Spanish do it. So my middle name is my mom's maiden name. I mean, it wasn't until my kids where I started making up the middle names for them. But he has the same first name as me and as my dad, so he's the third. And it says it has the 3 lines on his shit. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, officially.
Yeah, that's dope. I was like, mine says Junior, because they called me Junior. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It says JR or whatever on mine. and my dad's, you have to get it changed to say Senior. You know what I mean? So his just says his name. You know what I mean?
Right.
But me and him got different middle names. And it's funny too, because like I remember, when the market crashed and all this shit, you know what I'm saying, and then they filed for bankruptcy and all this shit, because it was, I mean, that when you're real estate, that you're tycooning, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of a bailout right there. And I remember like my phone would ring and it'd be like, is this such and such, and they'd say my name, like yeah, speaking. You know what I mean? And they'd be be like, oh, they're looking for my pops. Like, what the fuck? How do they get my number? You know what I mean? Like those motherfuckers are good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what sucks about that. I would get so many calls for because my middle name is my dad's first name.
Okay, right? Damn, how do they fucking find this motherfucker? And me, allegedly in the business, so you pick up numbers you don't know half the time. Like, at least at one point I would, you know what I mean? Because then I definitely came to a point it was a hard no. I don't pick them in number, I ain't know, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Leave a message. I'll call you
back. My girl will be tripping. Who is that? Like it's what do you mean? It's protocol. That's what that is. When it's the middle of the night, fuck. Who the fuck is that? Text it. Like fuck no. If they texted us up, bro. I actually just one of the songs I played, I said that shit in the song. Phone in the morning, that bitch wanna know who I'm texting.
And Adam said, anyone like the Chargers defense this week? I currently have the Lions. I wouldn't be mad at just playing the Lions.
Yeah, on a Monday night, and they're a better defense than
I guess. Okay. Does Khalil Mack do enough by himself in the revenge narrative on Sunday Night Football to make it
old T-Bag?
I mean, come on.
Oh,
if you got Khalil Mack, you got to fire him up in IDP this week. There's only a couple weeks you actually consciously fire him up.
T-Bags.
And the Joker, he said, full PPR. Pick 2, Brandon Ayuk, Jacoby, Calvin Ridley. Fuck. I just got a notification that Zay Jones is going to be out.
No, Calvin Ridley's going to suck again.
Yeah.
I'm
it's still your team, and you got to make the decision. I'm just going Ayuk and Myers because Ridley's been a fucking headache, and with no Zay Jones, it's going to suck again.
That's a conscious decision, even with Sam Darnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
The Terminator. Is he?
And really, it's Debo being out. Like, if Debo wasn't out, I mean, I don't know. Did we ever remember Sam Darnold like peppering?
You want to know what my other nickname was for him? And this one, I'm not sure if I adopted this somewhere along the way or if this was a Bogey original, because it's been so long I've called him this as well. He's Safe Space Sam. Everything's short. You know what I mean? CMC is going to be fine. Obviously, we've seen CMC have his career year with Kyle Allen, so he'll be just fine no matter who it is. That's not what I'm worried about. And then you can trust in Shanahan to put the ball into his playmakers' hands. If he can't stretch the ball, get him into Safe Space Sam's little zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is a phenomenal matchup. When I say phenomenal, as in the defense is phenomenal. I like Lou Romo and all them, and I feel like they're going to eat Sam Darnold alive. But the ball's got to come out quick. And this is where I got to resort to what everyone says, because it is fact, is that Shanahan makes every quarterback look good. So I'm going to have to bank on that, because, he's not a good-looking man either. First of all, just take him off the field. Sam Darnold.
Charter said, thoughts on these 2 trades. I give Pacheco, I get Debo. Yeah, I don't like that. And trade 2, I give Pacheco, I get Thielen. I mean, I like that, but I don't like giving up Pacheco.
Yeah, bro. Pacheco's the top 5 right now, 6. He's got to be top 5 in yards, bro.
Somewhere up there. And Tino said, is Purdy out for sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. They put him on the concussion protocol on Wednesday.
Yep.
So, yeah, just the way it goes.
They say he's progressing, but that's all. You know what I mean?
And Roboito, what up? Said traded Pollard and Rice for Bijan and Ridley. What do y'all think?
Pollard and Rice for Bijan.
And Ridley. I mean, I just notoriously don't like doing.
Pollard is better right now, even though I like Bijan better. It's just like, what sucks too is that like Algier's never gonna go away. We need Bijan to be I'm not even fuck the last game. I'm just even before the last game. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we got to depend on him breaking a big one, or we got to depend on him in the passing game. Here comes Tennessee. They're one of the better run defenses as usual, but that you could pass all over them, and they've been susceptible to the pass catching running back. So it's like, we got to bank on that this week for a Bijan. When Pollard, you have him the rest of the way, and there's still going to be 2 holes that you're going to have to fill at one point because of bye weeks for Ridley and a Bijan Mustard.
Yeah, and let's see, and West.
I would have traded Pollard during the bye week then if that was the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not
and squeeze some juices out of an extra week out of a player, because then that's really what you got to look at too when you're trading during this time of year. It's not early on. You know what I mean? Like, that's the bonus of getting whenever there's good players and they have the early buys, I trade for those players. You know what I mean? I might have made a mistake of trading for a couple of Justin Herberts, but I did it during their bye week. I say a mistake because it's not looking that great.
Wes said Josh Jacobs is going to score more than White. I mean, shit. White scored 18 points pretty much.
Yeah, like 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did it all. He did it all through the passing game. And I did say last night, like Buffalo's been giving up the booty to running backs in fantasy the last month, or especially the last 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. There was that, because then one thing I was saying is that's a top 3 run defense.
What up,
Detroit? So you know what I mean.
What up, the dough? And he said Herbert, Eckler, Monty, Etienne, Jacobs, Javante, Spears, DJ Moore, Keenan, Olave, Pittman, Laporta, Kincaid, 4-3. How we looking? Looks solid, minus a couple.
Played Kincaid, right?
I hope so. Damn, Tino said I'm the 5th Justino in my family. My son is the 6th. Oh man,
let's go. Huge. Okay, do you call him 6-Pac?
Hell yeah.
We need to have that loaded up for that drop. The Xbox One. Because remember, there was randomly the guy who would come in, hey, play it. And we'd be like, well, leave a super chat then. Hey, you just come out of nowhere, huh? Remember that dude?
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, can you guys play? He would ask you over and over again. You play the Xbox D-Generation X song. I'm like, you might have heard us play it one time, because I know we played it one time in the last couple of years at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you just... That's tight though. Keep the generation going.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's super dope.
That's like old English, like royalty at that point. See, I hope there's like a fucking a Bogey the 16th at one point. You know what I mean? Esquire. Bogey the 16th, Esquire the 3rd.
Hell yeah. All right. We got some league fees coming in. Yeah, mark these down real quick.
Start allocating some funds around people's money. Separate them. I'm getting lost in the woodwork with my shit. No, for real.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with the fucking the auto joints that just come right out. You know what I'm talking about? Auto bills.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Different accounts for different shit. It's funny, moving like I'm still from the underworld, only we're overground. It's a beautiful thing. It is funny though, because it's like my boy that I work with, he's like, man, get a cash app, bro. I'm like, fuck no. Because I'll make him go to the bank and drop the cash in. Remember the other day I had him come all the way out.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you just come all the way. I'll give you $100. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because now, I mean, once you go over 600 on Cash App, they'll lock your account until you put in your social security number and change
screw that
account and all that. And then
you know what I mean?
Just like any other payment processor where they take a piece of the money, you know, because they're paying taxes on the money being transferred, and then you're paying taxes on the money being transferred.
Yeah, and like you know what I'm saying? I'm just, like like this property tax is coming up too. November, that's just gonna hit. Just thinking of that. Cause I'd rather just pay it in a guap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just gonna be like it's 2 times a year the way we have it set up. It's basically 5 bands each time, bro.
Yeah. Fuck.
I mean, shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of like paying for like what the equity is building in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least that's the way I've got to look at it. Like, I'll be getting hella mad, bro. The 2-year-old, she's crazy, bro. Like, it's like she wants some milk. She'll be going to the fridge, right? Trying to open the fridge. Then she get mad. She can't open the fridge. She throws her fucking sippy cup at the cabinet. It's like, no, this is white. This is Miami white right here. Just don't my cabinets.
I know it's almost better to to own the house, but be able to rent somewhere else where you just like don't have to like deal with
No,
anything.
it's really just the one kid.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, I mean, yeah.
It's just the 2-year-old. But she is like, you have to watch her. You know what I mean? Like she took one of the chairs, started sliding it right over there towards the glass, the sliding door, like ran, dropped everything I was doing. Like, yo, this motherfucker's crazy, bro. You know, we got them tall ass stools for context. She's just sliding across the floor, you know, and she's building momentum. I'm like, oh shit, she's going right towards the glass door.
Strangers said, got to pay the government their rent. Those sons of bitches. The land.
Right? I thought I owned this shit. Well, I mean, I guess I don't own it all the way yet. And that's the bamboozlement, because it's not like, because anybody would be stupid to pay a house in full anyway. You know what I mean? And I can't afford a fucking, you know, I'm not gonna say how much my house costs. I don't want to start stunting, but then, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I'm pretty much locked in for 30 years paying this shit, unless at one point I'm like, boom, here's a guap on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, it's actually mine's roughly 10 years, actually, now that I think about it. You know what I mean?
That what? It might be what?
10 years if I don't like drop extra guap on it, I just pay it out. My shit will be done 10 years. See, my whole thing was like, because the fucking the interest rates they dropped down hella crazy, or I'm not dropped down, went up hella crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's like when I first got this house, you know what I'm saying, it had to be built. Then a year later, boom, now I'm in the house. Now that's like a half a year later. And I was thinking in my mind at this point, I'm already looking to buy another house because I'm going to refinance this joint, pull guap out of it, and drop that on another house and rent that shit out. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing, my parents are renting the other joint out that we got. You know what I mean?
And Vegas has some cheap houses. Let me tell you.
But the thing too is like doing the property management and all that shit. That's all, you know what I mean? That all costs too. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's like it's like it's the slow nickel.
I'll rent it from you, and we'll be the property man.
See, there you go. See, now we're talking here, because my dad. It also depends the area though too, because it is. You know what I mean? Depends
I'll tell you the area. You want the area that I live in right now? Like that's where all the new houses are being built. I want someone to do that. I can rent from someone that I know. Like it's not like I don't know these people that I'm renting from. The house is dope, but if I could rent a house for, you know,
yeah. I mean, like, because then
we're just not going to be ready for a few years. We gotta build this.
Passive income. It just depends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, it could be done.
Well,
put that in the year plan. See, here's a bogey original. We could do a lot in a short period of time. You know what I mean? We could make that could be something easy. You know what I mean?
What up, Bakes?
Shit, even if you get your ducks together, bro, you might even be able to just throw in, as you know what I'm saying, and then you might even be able to buy that first couple of years, depending on what you throw in down on it. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, when it comes to that point, it's about like how much we're dropping down too. You know what I mean? Like qualifying for the loan is one thing. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm telling you. That was my plan. I wanted to get at least by this time, or by 2025. That was like, you know, the realistic plan. I wanted to have another house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I keep using the equity, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's like, and you know, my folks, they're in the business, in the real estate business, you know what I mean? And like, you know, I remember them telling us back in 2018, they were like, you guys need to buy now.
Yeah.
Like they're telling us back then. Like, and back at because I was like when my sister first moved out here. You know what I mean? My sister's in real estate. So she was moving all her friends out from the Bay.
Yeah.
And all of them have fat houses, bruh. They're buying their joints for like $490, $480. You know what I'm saying? At the time.
Yeah. So what was it, like a year before or something where you were doing it?
No, like 5 years before me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
My 5-year plan took 7 years. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Basically doubled the price. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At that point. Same size houses though. You know what I mean? We got a fat joint. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I'm like, man, I was trying to do this concrete before the weather, but then also at the same time, I'm not just kind of curving it because we have the property tax coming up. Because you know what I'm saying? That concrete's gonna hit like 20 bands, bro. And that's like, and my girl want to do it. Because you know what I'm saying? She's looking at her dad's house. They did all the shit. And I'm like, listen, you done there? I'm like, you know, that's like.
Bake said, I told the homie to start the Archangel over Godwin's. I bet he's feeling good. Yeah, it was an extra, like, what, 5 or 6 points? Good call.
Man, it's funny, too, because I would have been the crazy ass. I'm like, man, you got to figure out how to start both of them motherfuckers. I had shootout on the docket. You know what's crazy, too? I got to bring that up. I love Baker Mayfield. Because he put it right on it, even in the end. I can't even be mad at him, bro. When you see that super slow-mo.
Yeah.
No one touches it. It goes over, you know what I mean? No one swats it and gets one right. Godwin, right when he looks, it's too late for him to lift it, like put his arms out. And it just.
Thanks for letting me know that the Twitch link didn't work on YouTube, Bakes. I'm gonna go change that around. I'm not sure where it is, but
did it cut off or something? Because I was playing music. I did throw it on my Spotify and said that's actually
no. It's an old link on.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, because it changed to the 420 Fantasy Hustler Network a while ago, and I never updated the link.
Hey, Gabe, listen, man, I kept telling people too, like Gabe Davis, the targets is always there. It's just for some reason, and he's been with them for a long time. What, since 2020? So you know, what I'm saying 2020, 21, 22, 23. So
he's looking for a 4th year breakout, right?
Yeah, no, but he has 7 games. He has 7 games now, including the last one against New England. He's never had one game where he's had more than 35 yards receiving. It was insane. So like that game just didn't count to me last week. Like I was still looking at the Bucks as like, okay, you start your receivers against the Bucks. You know what I mean? I mean, outside of I guess the number 1 options getting limited, but even then, like they broke big ones. It's just, you know, Diggs dropped a couple. Like you dropped like 3 last night, bro.
Tina said, I'm telling y'all, Baker got moxie, bro. Man.
He does, bro. See, that's my birthday twin. He never listen, when the game was on the line, he got like it sucks because it's almost like you have to lie to Baker like every time. Like that's why he went for 2. They're like, Baker, you need 2 to win the game right now. Got it, coach. Boom. And they're like, okay, reset. Right? Okay, Baker, we need this drive for all of it. And then it's like he almost needs to take it to the 4th down. All right. 4th down, 5 seconds on the clock. Here it is. Oh, that would have been fucking epic. Also, because I had Chris Godwin and Baker in a lot of places. Super flex.
Yeah. Joe said, love is in the air.
That's funny on many levels.
Oh, I need to get more drops. I've been thinking about that. Just like, need to get more drops. Tino, where you at, bruh? You said you'd be able to send some files or whatever, the MP3 of the cut of different drops. Yeah, we need more drops. That's something I've been thinking about, but I haven't had the.
You know how we always come up with them when we're on the show? You just got to write them down.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
I got to start saying that. Write this down. That means I'm going to say that like 50 times a show. But that's how we come up with all our shit, though. Just on the fly. You know what I mean?
I'll make a note for it.
For Chris Godwin, I always wanted some kind of something for Bruce Almighty, though. Where he's like, I'm the Alpha, baby. And the Omega. Because I always would yell that at the TV. Love Chris Godwin for years, bro. 2018. Remember that shit? And then he got hurt. Then I was like 2019. I was like, okay, I remember I had him and Cup everywhere, bro. I was like, fuck, I'm going running back heavy. Then I'll take Cup and Godwin like in the mid rounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or not mid rounds, but 4 and 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Single QB shit. I used to just go straight 3 running backs like all the time, or like Kelsey in the mix, like 3rd round, 2nd round. It's crazy how long Kelsey's been a top 3 pick or top 3 rounds pick at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Top 2 rounds even. Yeah, back in 2019, somebody in my league snatched him up in the 2nd round. I remember being hot about that shit too. Really hot about that shit. 14 teamer. You know what I mean? Smart move right there. That's already the Mahomes. That's already after the big Mahomes year.
And Tina said that I don't have files. I just want to be the drop guy. He said I can't even figure out the Amazon subscription. He said I
always have my kids do all that shit. I'll show a motherfucker how to produce a beat though and how to record a track though. You know what I mean? Yes.
And AJ said, "Is Darnold playing?" Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
AJ, so how you looking over there in the 11? AJ, you're on full tank mode. Okay, you're on the clock. You got the 101. Who you looking at? Put it in the chat. League 11. He got three out of the 12 first round picks already. This has been his plan since 2022.
Dang it, son of a bitch. I was trying to buy Aaron Jones, and there was another suitor, and he was telling me what it was. It was 2/3 and a fifth. Well, he said it was 2/3. I put 2/3 and a sixth. Timmy put 2/3 and a fifth, and then outbid me and got Aaron Jones.
What league was that?
15.
Hey, it's funny because the moment, you know what's funny is the moment you said anything of that inkling about an arms race, Timmy's like, fuck that. He started shopping around. Timmy, it's funny because I always tell Timmy, last year I'd be like, hey, we raised you right. Timmy's like, nobody raised me, bro. What are you, my dad? Fuck that. He started talking shit like, yeah, look at him go. Look at the fire in him. What is he now? He's got to be like 18 now, huh?
I don't know. I think it was 16 last year. So yeah,
he turned 17 or something. And his dad's like our age. He said some innuendos that his dad like smoked though, or like because he said like he was watching the show one time and his dad was laughing because we were like talking about the shit we were saying. We were smoking a blunt.
Yeah,
you were hitting a bong. He was like, "Yeah, of course your dad gets down, bro." His dad and little Timmy.
He said the Doe said I bought my third home at interest rate 5.8.
5.8. Okay. See, we had to buy at like 5 or something like that because it was at like 6.7 and then it dropped down to like 6.2. And we were watching it for like, because matter of fact, when I got this house, we locked it in. It was at 4 something.
And you said it changed during the time that you're.
Yeah, then I was in Vegas with y'all in November. I'm shrooming. And this was like a fucked up call because my girl called me, she started crying and shit. I'm like, what? And then I'm shrooming, like, oh, what happened? Like, I'm thinking the worst, like, oh no. Because I'm in Vegas, you know what I mean? It's like, that's, just thinking the worst, right? Like, what the fuck was it? She's like, no, we had to forfeit the house. They sent this fucking docu-signs. Like, you have to sign it. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, that's nothing. I'm like, it means we'll probably be able to buy the house back cheaper. Like, immediately just thought of it. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. You know what I mean? Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened. We just had to watch it too. And then my house wasn't even done being built. So it never hit the open market. You know what I mean? And like, what's crazy is like, we had the fact that my sister is a realtor out here and she'd have moved hella units for this particular rep. You know what I mean? The sales, whatever you call that person. I mean, shout out to Cynthia. Awesome black woman. Fucking super awesome. Like, she went hard for us. You know what I mean? And like, so like it ends up where it was like, okay, my house is about to be done being built. And they're trying to show us all these other cribs that are dummy fatter, bro. But just like all standard insides, right? Because these houses were built and forfeited because people went through the same thing. Because see, what was crazy at first, this all happened in that second when I got that phone call. I started taking it personal. What? Forfeiting? What the fuck? Oh, wait a second. Because it's all the market. Oh, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I started taking it personal. What? Make me give my shit up? Why? Oh, everybody. Oh, okay. And then it was like, because we just weren't going to qualify for that loan anymore because of fucking, XYZ, fill in the blank, right?
Yeah.
So then we circle back around, and now it's like, okay, now the market is dropping. The house prices are dropping, and they're trying to peddle us other people's dream houses that they just had to forfeit. And I'm like, and when she worded it like that, she's like, I know this is someone else's dream house and not yours, but it's, and then I'm like, let me go look at ours again. And ours wasn't even finished being built yet. Like the garage, so I'm just walking in this garage, I'm looking around, and I'm walking in the house, and like, like the counters weren't even up yet. And then the floors were out, but it had plastic all over it. And I'm just walking around. I'm like, I want our shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna wait like another month because we're watching day to day, and from week to week, them prices were dropping on the houses on the So like, and we had about like 100 bands, maybe 120 bands and upgrades. So
Okay.
like, okay, the initial price of my house and dropped like 150 bands. I'm like, this is like awesome, because I'm like, now it'll be like we got our house for this. I just, it's just boom. It's all the dope game to me, right? Just internalizing it all in seconds, and I'm like, okay, we just got to watch the interest rate, and as close as we can get to it. And then all that extra bread now we had excess of bread even at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden I'm like, okay, now we could buy this shit down. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
And
yeah.
like, they were gonna give us like a $20,000 closing incentive or whatever the fuck, and I made them secure. I said, so that was part of the thing. I said, okay, you know what I mean? When we told, I said we're ready. We could buy it down to fucking 5.5, because I was like, we're requalified, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, then we were in there. You know what I'm saying? Put the fucking deposit down again. And I said, before I put this deposit down and we sign, I want you to tell me that you're gonna get me that 2%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which ended up being like it was a shy under 20, but you know what I'm saying? But it was like hell yeah. And then because right away, boom, put that on there. And it takes off the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, even though I never saw that 20, but it took it off the top. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I told my girl, see, that's what I was telling my girl. We can make a lot happen in a short period of time. You know what we do a lot of? Me hearing you talk at me. And hold on. Because let me figure this out. So I always find a way, bro. You know what I mean? Always find a way, man.
Charter said, what's Kyren's injury and when will he be back? Well, I said after the bye week, right? What's that, like week 11 for them? And wasn't an ankle injury?
They said they didn't think it was going to be no longer than a 4-week IR. And then you tack on the bye week on there too, and then so it'd be a week 11 return.
Peacock said debating Bourne, Dell, Samuel for my wide receiver.
I'm playing Dell
PPR.
Here's my thing with Samuel. He's probably in play for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna chase like what he's been doing and shit. But like he was limited all week, and when he's limited, he tends to be limited in the game plan. So it's like if he doesn't get that touchdown for he's gonna be in those little gadget plays and whatnot. Like it's just like, you know what I mean. But you feel me what I'm saying there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing Tank Dell, bro. They're past the Lions. I mean the Lions. That's the Panthers, bro. Wrong cat, but that's the Panthers, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking of cats, they catting in that secondary. I'm playing Tank.
And let's see. Nick said, who would you rather have, Browns defense or Miami's defense moving through the whole season? Well, I mean, either way, that could change. But who would I rather have this week?
If there's a set and forget defense, I don't care who they're playing. I'll just play the Browns. Like if that's the case, because they're literally the best defense. They don't really give up too many points outside of the Minshew game, apparently. You know what I mean? Yeah, and they get a ton of sacks and turnovers. It's a Jim Schwartz defense. Remember, for years you would have like the Eagles defense, you just play them, right? Jim Schwartz. Or like for years, like remember Buffalo? Like back in the day, like you've played team defense, right? Remember Buffalo with Jim Schwartz? Even Detroit with Jim Schwartz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Donnie said full PPR. Trade advice currently. Manager of Cup, Puka, Keenan, Collins, Smith, Rice. Need RB help. I have Henry, Walker, questionable, and they said Connor and Monty out.
First, go see if like Charbonnet just so happens to be floating around, right? And then I would even start there. If someone has Charbonnet, go to them and see if you can get them send them a nice piece and get Charbonnet plus a starter. You know what I mean? Like, get creative. Because you're kind of thin there, even though you do got some good running backs. It's just worried about this Walker thing. I'm anxious for today's show. I want to know. I got to know the package report.
And he said trading away Cup for JT and Ford reasonable. I don't like that.
No,
I'm gonna hold.
It's like because Ford is not of any use to you for 2 weeks, and then and it is not out of the realm of possibility that if Kareem Hunt stays upright and doesn't get hurt, like he retains the lead in that job. You know what I mean?
And no, Bakes. Yeah, I think you do have to. I think everything has to be done through the app on Twitch, but it'll notify you even more than YouTube will. So that's one thing that Twitch is really good for. He said, yeah, can't even find the channel through the Prime Gaming. Yeah, you got to do it through the actual link that I threw on there. And if anyone needs the link, just go to fantasyfootballhustler.com. You got all the links to everywhere there. And Donnie said, almost forgot the what up, what up. What's going down, bro?
What up? Shout out to Donnie.
All right. We've been rocking for almost 2.5 hours. I'm do one more dab, and then might be time to
get up out of here.
Might be time to get up out of here. Yeah.
Yep.
Fan Ninja said you can use the browser for Twitch. Okay.
Shout out.
Yeah, because actually I know I have used the browser too. I wonder what the difference was. It's probably because he was on the Prime Gaming, that link, linking up to Amazon.
I made a bogey boo boo.
What happened?
So I was just going through when I was doing through the Thursday lineups, just making sure like Thursday guys are in there. There was one league where there's one league where I have a combination of there's a few leagues where I have the golful fucking Baker combination, but for some reason, and I played Baker last week in place of Burrow in League 20, so I didn't realize I left Baker in there. So he put up like 32, but I'm like, because I like Burrow a lot this week. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And in 20, I've been like finally turning it around in 20. Like, hopefully that doesn't cost me.
And Fernando, I'm considering trading away Christian Watson for Higgins. What do you think? I don't like doing the 1-for-1, but I would rather have
Higgins. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, while I think they might even remove him off the injury report. What's his name? Watson.
Yeah, I don't think he's on the injury report.
Yeah, let's go get Higgins.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, Ninja said you can even watch without an account if you want. Okay, yeah, I said I found you from Twitch. I remember that. Yeah, and and he's trying to get signed up so he can like use his Amazon Prime to become a member on Twitch. But yeah, I know that you can do that through maybe it's just through the desktop though. Maybe, I don't know. Because I know that every month I go use my Amazon Prime account to go renew on there. What up, Johnny?
What up, Johnny? Oh, get steak sandwiches.
Yeah.
Well, because she's like, I'm gonna go grocery while the kids are asleep. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. She's like, do you want to go? I'm like, hell no.
Man, been craving the Philly cheese.
Well, see over there, it's called the Stallone, right? It's a roast beef sandwich, but instead of roast beef, I get steak because they got ribeye there, and they slice it hella thin. But yeah. it's just ribeye steak and caramelized onions, like sautéed jalapenos, and then they put like a little bit of horseradish, and like it's okay. Like.
And no, you don't have to subscribe through a computer.
Oh, you're not going to go to Nugget?
You don't have to subscribe through a computer only.
I don't know if I'm going to that store. Fuck.
It's an option. It's an option to do it that way. You could do it from your phone. You just have to have the app on your phone. That's what you have to do. I think that was the issue with Bakes. It wouldn't let him follow or anything where he was trying to do it. I had to do it on the app. Derek said he loves that horseradish.
Right? My pops had me on horseradish when I was a kid because we would always go to steak houses or like anywhere we were at, he would order a steak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'd have some A1 and some horseradish because obviously we were at some restaurants, probably some shitty steaks. But when we were at them steak houses, though, we were like,
Were you going to get one of those $2 steaks? He's tougher than a $2 steak.
Right? You know how they do those, right? They like hydrate them. It's fucking weird. They hydrate them so it gets like the weight up. That's when you fry them up because they shrink super nothing. Because I lived with the homie back in the day, man. Shout out to my homie Attila. He's a Hungarian cat, and he would do his grocery shopping like at a thrift store. I'm like, what are you like? I'm like, you're crazy, bro. Good thing he has a woman now. He knows how to do it correctly. When I lived with my man Attila, like My girl, she looked in the fridge. It was like mayo, mustard, some leftovers, like a leftover to-go box.
Oh man.
Shit. Like, yeah.
Let him know, Peacock.
We're living.
Sub up.
Came a long way.
And the Doe said, "You guys play Madden? Not anymore, but
never anymore."
Yeah. So for Noble's birthday, what I'm gonna try to do, because one of my one of my cousins always gets him some nice presents for his birthday and Christmas, and I told her how pretty much the only thing that he said that he wants for his birthday is a PlayStation 5.
I might know a guy.
Well, I mean, potentially that what she said she was going to do. She was like, you should get it from Costco and just get a bunch of people to get you Costco gift cards or send you money to where you can, just like get it from Costco.
There you go.
Yeah. Because I know people, even if they don't want to give cash, I mean, family members, I'm sure, would be down to get Costco gift cards and kind of just throw towards it.
Bong.
So if anybody wants to help pitch in on a PS5 for Noble's birthday, Noble's birthday is in 3 weeks, November 17th. But yeah, my cousin, she got us pretty much a third of the way there already. So she knocked out a big chunk. But yeah, Noble would go like insane for that. And even Vanessa was like, no, don't do that. But no, this would be like awesome. Like he'd shit himself. Like, and
he's turning 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I turned 7, I got the Sega Genesis, bruh. Right?
Oh, yeah.
There's a we had a TV like one of the box TVs back in the day.
When did the Sega come out? Like 90 or 91? Like it was still pretty new in 92, right?
Yeah, so maybe I was 8 then. No, I definitely was 7, bruh. I think 91 it came out. Yeah, bruh, because I was born in 84.
89 officially.
See, there you go, right?
Yeah.
Because that was the Sega. This is the Sega Genesis now, right?
Right.
Which is like, it's just I think they jumped up to like 16 bits or whatever.
Man, that was baller.
Right?
Because that was double the Nintendo 8-bit.
It was still in the box, right? And it's just like, he's like, hey, let's go watch a movie. And we're sitting there watching a movie. I'm like, what the fuck? Like a Genesis on top of the TV. And like, I remember, so my man's, right? He worked at Costco. Speaking of Costco, right? Shout out to my man, Ronnie. And he lived down the street from me at the time. You know what I'm saying? This is when the Xbox Ones came out, right? And fucking, you couldn't get your hands on it. But he hit the lick on a whole pallet of these hoes. He worked the graveyard shit, like, with the loading shit. You know what I mean? That cost, that shit's all night. You know what I mean? Yeah. And fucking, him and hella homies, they just licked a whole pallet, bruh. So he just had them on deck. How much did we pay, babe? We paid like an extra 100. I think we paid like an extra 100. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Send it, because my daughter, my oldest, she had just turned 6, and so for Christmas she wrote to Santa, dear Santa, I want an Xbox One. Didn't fuck around, got straight to brass task. I was like, all right, we got to get this shit right. And then we will always get like different wrapping paper, like some shit look from the North Pole.
Yeah.
Shit, right. Yeah. So then Christmas morning, they're all, and it was just my 2 oldest at the time. So Ayana was a baby. Then boom, they're opening up gifts and shit. And then and we're living in the hood at the time, but I had cameras, so I wasn't tripping. So I ran outside, put it in the front of the door, right? And I ring the doorbell, ding, right? We're right here inside, it's cooling, you know what I mean? Open that door up. Oh, where that's for Santa? Oh, see, because she was already looking for it. Oh, she was like, "You didn't get nothing for Santa?" Like, oh no, open that door. I think he's at the door. Hey, bro, when she opened it up, bro, hey, remember, babe? She couldn't even talk. Oh my god, she couldn't separate her teeth and lips. Oh my god, Santa, come here, press 1. My girl's hella laughing because she knows, man. She was like petrified. Pulled that wrapper back. And then I was like, then you started getting, I remember at one point too, it was like in the closet or something, like the kids' jackets in there. My girl's like, move that wrapping paper. Dispose of it. You know what I mean? Still had the act like hell of the roll. You know what I mean? You don't want to get caught.
Oh man.
We let Santa have the credit that day. Especially when I found out Santa's a mushroom. Just Google it or even YouTube it if anyone wants to know what I'm talking about. Just put Santa is a mushroom. Send you down. It'll tell you the truth. I promise you. He was a shaman in Siberia. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I cannot wait for tonight's show. Breaking down Scream 1 and just thinking about getting some, some sounds for the background or something. And I know which one. Gotta
Jump
get
scares. And we need the with the red ride. Hey,
that one. Tino said, "Don't eat the Santa mushroom."
I mean, like if you
eat
eat all day,
it'll
fuck you up like your stomach and shit like that. Like you really gotta this is what they do, bro. They dry them out. He dries them out and then he fucking drops them all like sacks of these motherfuckers, and then everybody eats them, right? And then then they go to the fucking town square, and he's off these things like 24/7. You know what I mean? Like he's just eating the fucking. It's the Amanita muscaria mushroom. He just eats this motherfucker, right? Like a motherfucker. He's on these things, and he's standing in the town square, and there's a trough, and he pees in the trough because your kidneys they metabolize the psychedelic property of it. Like majority of it. So like when you're peeing it out, it's like concentrated. So and the townspeople will line up and they drink the pee. Everyone geeks and they talk to God. That's Christmas.
Yeah. Sounds
in
like
Siberia, apparently.
Sounds like a wild Christmas.
Yeah, and when he goes out, it's snowing in Siberia, and they got the fucking, the trees and shit, and the Amanita was scared. They grow under the tree. They spawn under the trees. You can't even say grow because it's fungus. Like I guess grow, whatever. We'll go with it, right? And then so he picks them and he puts them on the tree things to dry them out, man. See that? Like how we decorate Christmas trees, man.
And Brock, what up? What up? He said full PPR trade Puka and Donta Foreman for Eckler. Nah.
No.
I just want Puka more than Eckler right now.
And that's that person trying to sell hella high on Foreman.
Yeah.
Yeah, bravo to that other guy. Yeah, don't do that. You got Puka.
And so for the silver screen breakdowns, we got we're doing Scream this week. Next week we got a Netflix original, The Harder They Fall. It's a Cowboys Western movie. I think everyone's gonna really like this one if you haven't seen it. And then Bachelor Party the week after that, going all the way back. Tom Hanks's first movie, and this was one of those movies like when I first saw it, it just had me rolling. And okay.
Oh, the Bachelor Party, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's it on?
Hulu.
All right, I got Hulu.
Yeah. And then so then the week after that, it's Noble's birthday. So I know I won't be able to be on that day, but I said if Peacock, wants to come in and take the reins, you guys could pick a movie, whatever, whatever movie. Then I didn't know if we were going to do a show on Black Friday because that would be the day after Thanksgiving. So just leaving that up in the air of maybe we'll do a show. Maybe
we'll do like a Wednesday. Maybe we might do like a Wednesday thing or something. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do bracketology, bring bracketology back or something for one of those ones.
And then we'll pick some Christmas movies for December 1st, the 8th, the 15th.
We definitely got to do another bracketology for Christmas movies, at least one of the weeks.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what I'm saying? Like it's just a heavily debated thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's the game within the game. Like how far will Die Hard go? How high will Die Hard go?
I mean, shit. Didn't Die Hard? I think it almost won it, right? Wasn't it Home Alone? Can't remember which one it was. And Gillyman said, "What's the movie channel?" It is the Silver Screen Breakdowns. I threw the link in the chat. We go live here as well, but we are trying to build up the other platforms. So we got a YouTube channel for Silver Screen Breakdowns.
We're very talented. Look at us, we're multi-streaming.
Hell yeah. And you can follow us in audio form on Apple, Spotify, and do that for the Fantasy Football Hustler as well. But yeah, I feel like I want to make see, we got I definitely want to get The Office Christmas Party or The Night Before as one of the 3 movies. What do you think for the Christmas? Like if you had to pick one, which one would you pick?
Bad Santa.
Okay. Classic.
Yeah. And then yeah, and then it's dealer's choice. I'm not really tripping, but that's it. If you ask me, that would yeah. You know, I always like to get at least one on the list. So yeah, I'll put Bad Santa on there. That shit's hilarious.
It's classic. Nice. And Gilly Man said, I'm a movie buff myself. I like it. We're trying to find more movie buffs. And our co-host, our man Nelson Tynes, he's a Hollywood actor. He's in Paid in Full. And it's just wild how
he's in a shitload of things. He was in the Soul Food series. He's in a gang of shit. But yes, he infamously for us.
Yeah, and that's man, just the universe, how that all worked out. I mean, that's insane.
Because that's our favorite scene. Like we were just laughing so hard. That's our favorite scene. And then the homie Marty comes in the chat's like, that's my brother.
Like, well, who? Like the guy gets shot in the ass.
Like, get him on the show, bro. And then like he says this for us to holler at him. And then that's a funny story because see, this is how you know Nelson's our man Nelly's a Sag. Because like when you first hollered at him, he's like, "What the fuck, my brother? I haven't talked to that motherfucker in hella long. Tell that motherfucker." I'm paraphrasing, right? But
yeah,
it's just funny because that was his initial reaction. Because it's like this, I would have been the same thing. Like, what? My brother's telling you to call me, and I ain't talked to him.
And then I messaged Marty. I was like, "What the fuck, man?" I was like, "You lied to me. You pulled my chain."
And that was really cool because when he came around to knowing, like, because we really, like, genuinely love that movie.
Yeah.
And he didn't know I don't think I think he understood the effect of it, like, but I don't know if he knew culturally the effect of it. You know what I mean?
He said our breakdown blew him away.
Yeah, because he didn't know about, like, a lot of the backstories either. But, like, because I know he knew it was a real story, but, like,
yeah, because he even said, he's like, you guys are well more versed in, you know, like everything about this movie than me. But we're gonna figure that out when we're gonna do.
And we watch, and then he smoked some finally with us, or at least for me for sure, because it was basically me and him on that joint. And then we watched, we're all on psychedelics minus him. I think his lady was his lady friend that he brought. She ate a bunch of those things.
I think she took some gummies,
and she took a bunch to go for sure. Because I was yeah. She was like, oh
yeah. Their plan was to go back and take some gummies together in the hotel.
Yeah. But we sat there and watched Paid in Full with him
with Nelly. That's fucking epic. And we are gonna do another breakdown of like, you know, just doing the same thing, like breaking it down again, but with Nelly's perspective, with, you know, behind the scenes intel.
Was it Stevie B? Was he the one that was like, or was it Maddie Law? Was one of them? Somebody was like, "Oh shit, that's you!" Like they took him forever to put the 2 and 2 together. And they're hella watching the movie. Oh no, it definitely wasn't Maddie because he was always tapped. He was always tapped out.
Right, Derek said, I was there, but I fell asleep. Probably was Stevie B then.
Yeah, it definitely was Stevie. He was like, "Oh shit, we were in that bitch loaded." Stevie B was there eating a croissant, watching the movie. I'm sure.
But man, that was awesome, and yeah, it's just the beginning. I mean, we've known Nelson for what, a year now, maybe a little bit less. Still.
He fucked me up the same way Gemmo did, because like I rocked with Gemmo for like 3-4 months maybe, and I'd always, you know me, I'm always referencing like Sagittarius this that, and then when Gemmo finally got me on, because I was always doing like you know that the other show with him, like he was always on with us because he was a part of that show, I should say. That other show I like referring to as that. But anyways, he finally brings me on his show, and he was like, Okay, Bogard, before we start the show, I want to let you know I am also a Sagittarius. I'm like, what? No fucking wonder.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? The fucking universe. Nelly did the same shit. He was like, you know, you always talk about Sagittarius. I'm one too.
Hell yeah.
What? But this fucking makes total sense. No wonder we're always just taking the show off the rails.
And Johnny said that's wild. Y'all only known him for a year. He said, wow, you guys have great on air chemistry. Yeah, it's because he's hella cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's really he's so cool that the first chance we got that we're to all meet. That's why Vegas is the universe puts you in Vegas, because that's like anywhere you're at, there's flights to Vegas, and and he's only in LA, so it's a hop skipping away. Just like I'm out North Cal, just we right there. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And we was all giving that, yeah. Remember, was like, hey, come on, let's get three of us. Yeah. Going. Look at that. We're all here in the physical realm.
That was awesome. Hell yeah.
I was hella chopping it up with Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Just chopping it up, smoking the joint. And he's like, yeah, Buggy, so you're gonna pass that or what? I'm like, oh yeah, I never, you know what I mean? Because I know he said he partook, but you know what I mean? By the I was like, oh, yeah, shit. And he wasn't even like choking in, he was ripping that shit. I'm like, oh, okay. that was that finally too. Then he was really locked in the movie. He was like,
hell yeah.
It was interesting watching him watch the movie, because I was streaming and shit, watching him watch the movie.
Yeah, real trippy, right?
Yeah, because because he ain't really sitting really watch the movie like that in a long time either. He said, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I watch that movie like once or twice a year, like every year.
Right? I don't know. I say B like all throughout my language for like the last 15 years. Yeah. Especially when I went to New York and like the homies I was fucking with out there in Harlem, you know what I mean? Like they actually it was a rap. That was in my vernacular forever. Especially when you make money. When you make money out there and where you just felt it. You know what I mean? Like I had the homies out in Spanish Harlem. You know what I mean? And we was pitching, they was catching. Pause. Big pause. They were the ones that I heard say the pause way before it was like a thing too. What was it? That what was it? The Rockefeller, the Rough Rider Rockefeller tour back in the days, right? Remember they had that DVD.
Okay.
And like Dame Dash, they would be so this is like early 2000s. They'd be ripping motherfuckers, right? And then what I'm saying, they was on that pause back then too. Pause. And he was on his ass. Pause. It was like, oh shit, just like Bet, all that shit. That's all throwback, bro.
Yeah, see, the first interview that we did with Nelson, where it was an actual, just straight up interview. Let me see. Well, actually, wait, hold on. I'm gonna see. Yeah, it was 10 months ago.
I remember we were supposed to showcase the food and eat it there. I was like, oh shit, my bad. I ate all the food already, except for the.
I know.
I ate everything. I just started trying it right when it came in, except for the one he told me to freeze for the thing. I was like, okay, I'll save that for the show. The truffle, and I smacked that shit in 10 seconds. The truffle was really bomb.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I'm glad I waited to make that one cold. That shit was fire.
Hell yeah. Yeah, if you guys haven't, go all the way back to the beginning of some of our shows, because I feel like even from the beginning, I mean, we started off with such hitters, like Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown and Surf Ninjas.
Dang, I was going deep on all those joints too early on.
Man, you know what's the one of the funniest ones for sure is the Cheech and Chong next movie for sure, because we're both smacking on mushrooms.
We're going hard on that one.
That one is a real good one.
You know what's funny? I like the one we did with Nelly. Because by this point we're already seasoned with Nelly when we did Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah,
that was one of those ones where he was like, "Oh, at first I was like, man, what the fuck is this?" It brought him around by the time it got to the end, and we was like, it's a 5-day rental. I was like, oh, word.
We had to do a lot of explaining in that one.
It's a lot of things going on psychologically in that one, and there might be some little magic too, maybe.
Hell yeah.
Because what's crazy is the other little girl saw her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all the other kids too. They're like, don't take the green pill.
Yeah, we started this whole journey April April 9th. That was the first day. April 9th, 2022 was when it all started.
Okay. When do we bring on Nelly?
Let me see what date that was.
That's dope, huh? Because we did Halloween joints too, huh? I think Guccini came on and was Peacock on that one too? Oh no, I think Peacock he might have been on a Halloween. He was throwing like a Halloween epic at his house.
And he came in on Vatos Locos Forever.
Yeah.
Blood in, blood out.
Of course he did.
He made his first initial appearance. It's funny because there's multiple people, remember, who like shouted out Peacock.
Like, oh shit, Peacock's in there.
So they remember him from that one. That was a good episode. That's why.
That was another one of those dudes too. When like you know what I'm saying? Because me and Dennis, we were going hard like all night, and Kidda would be like, Kidda's always just like the last man standing, just even kill.
Well, because he was taking hella naps like during the day.
Yeah, that is true. So I go up, I take like a 2-hour nap basically, but I could hear like people like the rustle and bustle of people getting ready to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I hear Peacock. He's like saying late to everyone. Like, oh shit! I just jump out the bed, right, or the little cot I was in, and I'm like running down the stairs, but I'm almost falling. And you know it's that little spiral stairs, so I'm just sliding, but I'm holding the rails.
Yeah.
One more hug. Yeah. Hella morning breath and everything. Just yeah. Give me one more hug.
You know what was a good episode also when we did draft day. So that was like our third episode that we did, and it was right around the NFL draft. And it's crazy because there's a lot of real life correlations that we broke down.
Yeah, because that was like the first time I ever watched that movie, right? And then like and I'm remembering when that movie came out, and I'm like, oh shit, it was kind of like very loosely based. Well, not loosely based. There was just correlations you could make from Johnny Manziel at the time and Brian Hoyer.
Yeah.
With the Browns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I guess the most fictional part of the movie is that like the Browns actually like did smart things with their first round picks. Because like that was the funny part of the movie. It's like, oh, they're doing a movie about the Browns having the first round pick, or the first overall draft pick. You know what I mean? Because like the Browns always had like a top 3 pick, right?
And they always fucked it up.
They always did.
All right, time to get up out of here. We'll be back in about 3 hours for FNT. There we go. Uh-oh. Niner said y'all are still going. Hell yeah. All right, we'll do one more. We'll do one more dab.
Yeah, fuck it.
Niner.
Fire the thing up. Shout out to Niner. Bang bang. Let's try to pull off the impossible. If ever there's a team that can go through adversity and have to be led by a man named Sam fucking Darnold.
I'll tell you one series that I really want to do is I really want to do an Entourage series on only Entourage, and that's it.
Okay.
That's how good that show is to me. And it's like
it'd probably be like a
it
season
pretty much started
just
20
mashed out the seasons, right?
Well, no, I want it to be like literal episode by episode.
Oh, okay, like a series.
And it's a once a week thing, and you only talk about one episode, and it's a 30-minute.
Okay, I got a brilliant idea for you. You are the sole host of that show, and every week you find another fucking lover of said show, of Entourage, and they come on as the guest host. Because you'll have like I'm pretty sure if you go down that rabbit hole, you're gonna have a fucking unlimited array of, and you could have reoccurring people, right? And we're talking about per episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could even bring people on for stretches or whatever. You know what I mean? Have them pre-recorded.
Well, I feel like that's what it might have to be for that. And get like a bunch recorded in the tank.
Because like people that I know that watch Entourage, they don't just watch Entourage, they like love it. Like,
yeah.
Like even when you bring it up, it's like it's your favorite series, right?
Yeah. And I know that the creators have like the creators Entourage, they have theirs, but I don't know, like a lot of times I'm listening to them break down the episodes, and like, you know, like they watched it and all, but like, you know, like they're not like super fans of the show. They just got paid for it, worked on it, and now they're making money talking about it again.
Yeah, because when you're watching, it's a rewatch too, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So like you'll be able to like point some things out early on. You know what I mean? Like, see, this is where he turns right here. This is where the changing of the guard shifts.
Yeah.
Like, you be able to, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah.
I fuck with what's his name too. Until Joey Diaz had a story about him, how he's like a real dickhead. Anthony, what's his name?
I don't know which Anthony.
The guy who played Tony.
Oh, the Sopranos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but yeah.
So I guess Joey Diaz had like when Joey Diaz was coming up in comedy, like he had, you know, he partied a lot and he sold chow mein and whatnot, and like so he had is Defino, is that his name?
Gandolfino. There you go.
Gandolfino, yeah, right.
James Gandolfino. There you
Yeah,
go.
they had mutual friends and they done blow together. You know what I mean? And then like when they got on the show, he would not talk to him. And then at one point he just pulls him aside and says, "Hey, don't ever fuck. You don't know me. You know." I was like, "Whoa," you know what I mean? He's like, "Fuck that guy." He's like, "Rest in peace," but fuck that guy. I'm like, "Damn, Joey Diaz goes hard." You know what I'm saying?
Niner MMA said the Chuck Liddell episode on Entourage was fire. It was a really good episode.
I'm sure. It's funny because my mom loved Entourage. My mom's an HBO like series voucher. She always vouch The Wire, fucking what's it called? Like I had to like get her on Breaking Bad. I tell you, Breaking Bad again. Her and my girl, they watched after the fact. I think my girl actually caught up because remember there was like a year hiatus. Like the 4th and 5th season.
Yeah. And Peacock said, "All right, job is over, done for the day." Nice.
And it's Friday.
Hell yeah.
Peacock might show up as an avocado. He might show up as like a praying mantis. Maybe an avocado praying mantis wearing a scream mask. Who knows? Tune in tonight to see.
Yeah, we're gonna get started around 5 o'clock West Coast time.
I'm definitely gonna be Luigi. Ooh. But I say Luigi as in like, you know, like come on, help me out here. What's that when you're just as a descriptive word? Is that an adjective?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at me. Yeah. Like I'm gonna be like Luigi, you know what I mean? But it's also could be like
well, that's a verb if you're Luigi.
Yeah, it's a verb, yeah, because it could be like an action, right? Because for those that don't know, I'm gonna be on psychedelics, is what I'm saying. Friday.
All right. Well, send us on home, Bogey. We'll see you back here for FNT.
Hey, week 8, give me money.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the